Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of the NOVAtazz's Automotive Podcast. It's episode 8, I think. I don't think I changed it in the title correctly. I'll have to go back and look. I'm thinking it's 8. It might be 7. I might have had it right. But this is season 3, and today, starting at 9:30, we will have a special guest. Why is that not popping up over here? Oh, because somebody already... Oh, there it is. We're going to have a special guest. Her name is A.J. Ryan, and she is the author of the book called Firebirds. And, oh shoot, I should have pulled them up on another page. But anyway, she will be on at 9:30, because where she's at, it'd be really quite early. Over here on the East Coast, we're a little bit later. So we'll have her. She's actually my first big guest. I think besides Z Outlaw SS, I think he was my other big guest that I've had on this channel. I mean, besides my regular people I know up here. So I'll introduce the people we have up here on screen today so far. We have Rockabilly Customs. You can introduce yourself if you want to use your real name, or just we're going to call you Rockabilly.
No, yeah, you can use my real name. My name's Chris, and I'm from Oklahoma. And what I like doing is building old hot rods and some imports.
All right, and down in the bottom right-hand corner, we have Robert's Garage. I feel like I'm trying to announce fighters coming into a rink. But no, we have Robert's Garage down there in the bottom right-hand corner. He was our first time up on screen last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys all enjoyed him last week, so he's back again. He might be a regular every week. We'll see. That's up to him. And then up in the top right, we have our usual Chris, Firebird Nation. 2 Chris's today. And then, of course, there's me, NOVAtazz.
Yep. Yo, people.
So we're going to relax and chill for a little bit and wait for some people to pop in here. Man, we've already got 12 people. Well, we had 12 people in here earlier, just a minute ago. That's pretty good. All right, so if you haven't hit the like button, hit it. Share it with your friends. We got a special guest. She'll be here for a little while. I don't know how long she's going to stay. She's going to talk about her book and whatever. It's kind of a drama, kind of a romance, but it's heavily influenced with muscle cars and 80s rock and roll music. So, and apparently it's got a soundtrack to go with it while you're reading it. So that should be pretty cool. Let's see if I can read. I had the synopsis down in the bottom of the description. Let's see if I can pull out showing it on the screen. Alright, so it's Angelica, a schoolgirl shunned and betrayed and lied through her teenage peers, is driven out of her hometown at the age of 17 after 27 years. Innocently during a trip through southern Oregon, a dark secret is discovered, setting her free from the trauma she carried for nearly 30 years. You will find yourself catapulted back in time to a small-town America, 2-lane highway, and 1970s muscle cars, specifically a Pontiac Firebird, heated teenage romance on a chilly fall nights, hotter summer nights, and romances gone awry. So that's the about me on the back of the book. I think I also put a different about me down in the description. It's still the same book, just different wording. But yeah, so she'll be here around 9:30. She'll pop in. We've already done our test with making sure that she's going to be good to go. Damn, you guys are starting already. Ooh, already starting with the gambling. All right, let's give away some points here for all of you people that showed up here first thing. Uh-oh. No, we don't want that. Did I? Oh, I must open up another window. All right. Loyalty points. Points to all viewers. Let's go with 2,000 points. Some of you guys, that actually isn't very much at this point. Let's see where everybody's at. Alrighty. So, anything interesting going on this week? Rockabilly, you're new, so what do you got going on with your channel? Apparently we're having issues with his internet at the moment. Unfortunately, he's in the middle of a snowstorm.
He froze.
Alright, we'll go with, we'll wait for him to get his internet back up and going, and we'll talk to Robert. What do you guys, I see you guys had a thing going with cold starts.
Yeah, I did two today and tried 6 yesterday.
Yeah, I don't have the ability to go do mine, otherwise I would have put
Well, nothing. It's going to be the next few days, so it's going to be covering up everything.
What?
His internet's pretty shoddy. I think he's saying it's going to snow for the next
I
couple
might
of
be
days. So
out there and
up.
adjusting the front end of the Maverick and my active.
He might need to restart, huh?
No, I think it's just the fact that his internet's really going to be crappy today, which kind of sucks.
Right.
Is there a Chris? Is there a room that has a better connection to the internet than the one you're in? Maybe your Wi-Fi is just struggling with getting to wherever you're at. What are you up to, Firebird Nation? What are you up to?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Your screen looks a little better too. It doesn't look so choppy.
Cut off.
No, we lost you. I'm also slacking. I didn't put everybody up on the recommended list at the top of my... I didn't update it. Forgot all about that. The stuff with Cletus should be at the top of the list again. Your screen looks a little better and it doesn't look so choppy.
Okay, I'm back, guys.
You were better when you were, when you were like right there. You were better.
Is that better?
A little better. You're still, the video is choppy.
I must hit a button or something. Yeah, I might have to do this on the hallway.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah, but hey, if it makes the internet better or the service better on here.
Yeah. I learned a long time ago when I was doing all this stuff that ended up having to freaking make sure I had the upgraded internet, because when you have the basic and trying to run a YouTube channel, it just doesn't work. This channel ran into a lot of problems like 2 years ago with internet and the computer not being able to handle it. I had to build this computer sitting over here. I had to build this thing completely from scratch. From the ground up, because it just literally could not do what I needed it to do as far as what I needed it to do for YouTube. I hear an ice cream truck, or at least I think it's an ice cream truck.
Like I said, and I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah. Hey, take your time. You do what you need to do. So,
hey, do y'all think I can connect better on the phone?
Maybe. With internet, computer.
Over.
Build this thing. Just the same link. Just click that link and see if that comes back better.
Cletus.
How's it going, guys?
Got a new haircut or?
You got it, guys.
No.
No, same haircut.
I tried that on my phone last week and it in the garage or whatever because I thought it would be quieter out there, but it didn't work out. So
Yeah. Robert, you're on a cool down, man.
oh yeah, I know already.
Gambling too much.
He's been
love
cooling
the new
down all
setup
day.
there, Cletus. It looks so clean.
Thanks. Appreciate that. I've still got some more stuff to do with it. I got the little Nova up there now.
Oh, there you go. You gotta get your side. Did you see my
Hey Roy.
we lost Chris. Chris is gonna be in and out. Well, both the Chris's will probably be in and out. But have you checked it? Have you seen the NOVAtazz, not the NOVAtazz, but the 4th Gen Nova t-shirts that I have?
I think so.
No, I didn't see
Like
those.
Disco Deuce and stuff like that.
Oh, maybe not.
Robert, are you a fan of the 4th Gen Novas?
The small ones.
No, not the whatever ones.
Hey guys, is that better?
Oh, that looks much better.
That's much better.
Turn your phone. If it'll let you turn it diagonally. There you go.
There you go.
There we go.
Always landscape, man. Always landscape.
So, not to get off subject here, but I plan to get some stickers from everybody that'll send them and put stickers all around from everybody on YouTube.
Now, you know where to find my stickers, but I don't have. I just have my old school ones. These ones.
I just got mine the other day.
Now these are the OG stickers. This is the originals. I have much cooler ones with my more modern logo up on Teespring. I have truck ones, I have Nova ones, and I have the Trans Am ones.
No booze for me tonight.
Come on, you can do it.
No.
We're not promoting anyone to have to drink. No peer pressure.
Well, y'all still got to work and stuff around there.
I felt thirsty last week.
Around here, it's actually snowing, so everything is shut down. So.
Oh. And you know what? You guys get a little hint of snow, and you guys all panic.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Poor Texas didn't panic enough.
Yeah, we're not too far from Dallas, so.
We get like 2.5 feet of snow. Everybody's up here like, yep, we're going to school still.
Now here, everybody rushes to the store to get milk and bread to make their milk sandwiches. So
yeah, I don't understand. I mean, it's funny because like the last 3 snowstorms, we just happened to have run out of milk like the day or so before, or like running low. And it's not like we needed. It's not like we're running out of milk because we're not running out to the store because of the storm. It just happens to be. My volume is low again. Oh, that's why. Helps that the mic isn't all the way over there.
Yeah, I was hammered. I can't help it. Drank them all in an hour or two.
Well, who told me that anyway? Thank you, pilot. Yeah, geez. Well, if I had my truck on the road, I wouldn't care at all because that truck handles 2 feet of snow like it's not even there. It's more worried about the 1 inch of snow than it is the 2 feet of snow.
Right.
That truck does not like it when there's like a little tiny dusting on the ground. But as soon as it gets like 2 or 3 inches, that truck does not care.
So when the snow's deep, do you have to air down the tires, or you just leave them up?
No, leave them up.
Okay.
That truck does not care. 4-wheel drive, 2 feet of snow, it makes its own path. Like you said, the only thing it doesn't like is ice.
Yeah, well, I don't think any
tires
vehicle
and ice don't work well together.
Any vehicle besides a Tesla probably doesn't like ice. So.
Yeah,
the Tesla, I know nobody likes the Teslas in here, but they're pretty neat the way they the 4 motors, if they have the 4 motor anyway, clicks in to make you where you can just glide across the ice and not wreck.
Power to the wheels that aren't slipping.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Man, I need to have my truck running and go down play in your mud hole. That didn't sound right. Ignore that. That didn't sound okay.
No, Nova wants to play in his mud hole. We heard it.
Oh God.
Wrong. Yeah, your Your poor Mustangs, man. They did not like the cold the other day.
Cat, yeah.
Couldn't get any really started.
Man, Roy, you
I
still haven't got
guarantee you,
stickers?
if I would have gone up and tried, the Trans Am would have fired up. And if anything, the Trans Am, her Mustangs, those are true cold starts because they're carbureted. You know, when you get fuel injected, I mean, people disagree. I know I have people to disagree with me that a computer controlled car, they say that that's still a cold start. It's not a cold start like when you have like the Trans Am doesn't have an electric choke. It has a heat rising choke. It's got that little tube that drops down into the intake to pull heat from it that'll close the choke when the engine gets warm. But you know, those are true cold starts. When you can get a cammed carbureted V8 to fire up in the freaking cold, that's a struggle.
Man, did y'all hear the Maverick when I started it up?
I didn't get a chance to watch that video yet.
Speaking of watching, when you gonna do your cold start, man?
Oh, me?
Yeah, even if you got to do a Kia Soul cold start, come on.
The Kia Soul,
get out there.
There is that Kia Soul. That Kia Soul. I mean, you could freeze that damn thing in a block of ice and it would still fire right up.
Let's hear it, man.
Nah, and there's nothing to hear. You can't even hear them. They're quiet.
Robert's been out there all day starting cars in the cold. Come on.
Yeah.
25 below.
Oof.
That's a little different. You're fighting battery issues at that point. Not wanting to fire because of the fuel being too, at that point you're just strictly fighting freaking battery not wanting to freaking do what it's supposed to do.
I'm sure over by Rockabilly it's about as cold as it is here. It's 18 degrees here now. So we can say it's actually cold.
Yeah, you guys actually have some cold. I don't even know what it is here.
Well, usually I say it's cold when it's like 30, 35, but no, it's.
I've been hiding in my house all
day.
day. I don't even know what it's like outside.
Yeah,
I had to go get some milk and bread.
First chance we got the Durango out and tried to slide around every corner we could.
6-cylinder or V8?
It's a V8.
Oh, it should do it then.
The 318. It's 29 degrees out here. It's colder down there where you're at.
Man, what the heck?
We're gonna have a full house tonight.
Awesome.
Freaking yo-yo.
Now, when AJ pops on, I will make her the main screen, and you guys will all go off to the side because at that point it's
because we're chop
it's
suey.
her
I
show.
get it. No.
Hey, Matt.
Special guest gets precedence.
Well, yeah, of course. And as for any of you guys joining, we already have a special guest today. We have the author of the book that is that way.
Yep, Firebirds there.
Yeah, Firebirds is the name of the book. You can pick it up. I know I've seen it at Target and a few other places. You can just do a quick Google search. You can find it. Otherwise, I think there's a link to it down below. I'm not positive.
Speaking of Firebirds, I may or may not be buying a Firebird. I'm trying to get down the price. It's a 1983 6-cylinder with T-tops.
So third gen.
Yep, third gen. I'm not real good fan of third gens, but he wants $1,500 for it. There's no rust, of course. But I'm trying to get him down to $1,000. That's where I'd be more happy. Is it a
Firebird or is it TA?
It's Fire. It's a 6-cylinder Firebird.
So it's got that swoop. No, they didn't have the swoopy nose in 83.
I don't know. I know it was the first year of that or second year of that body style, maybe. I've never owned a Firebird.
The swoopy nose was the early 90s.
Okay. Well, it doesn't have the bubble. I know that. But
No, not the bubble. They had more of like a hawk beak in the front of it on the Firebirds in the early 90s.
Well, here, let me.
This Starburst was a mistake. Let me run down and get before AJ shows up, which should be in a couple minutes. Run down who I see in the chat here and give you guys all a shout out. By the way, if any of you guys if any of you guys don't recognize somebody else in the chat, go ahead and go check out their channel, see if you might like their content. Community, not competition. Since we're gonna throw that word around a little bit here. By the way, also Rockabilly Customs, Stuff with Cletus, Robert's Garage, all have great channels up on YouTube. Firebird Nation's another one that's kind of a fledgling channel. He's trying to get his stuff up and going when he's not on the road. That is a joint effort between Chris and Miss Formy71 down in the chat. I see Left for Dead. I see Kat from Katerina's Garage. I see Rory Marcos. I said Left for Dead already. CNC Auto Works. Left for Dead again. We got Pilot in here somewhere. I know he's always here. Robert's Garage, Stuff with Cletus. You guys are up here. Did I miss anybody?
I think that's all I've seen so
Nick's
far.
Track Shots. If you like short track racing, check out his channel. He covers the local races around me. So as soon as that season gets up and going, he should be having some new videos out for the 2021 season.
That'd be a lot better than last year.
Well, was there even a season last year?
Not that you can call one. I mean, they made an attempt.
Pilot is saying, if you like listen to the NASCAR channel, it's XM90. I tried watching it last, whatever it was the other day. I tried watching even just the highlights, and it's just, I don't know.
Depends which day you were watching. I guess he's saying, were they running a road course or running the oval?
There were a few big wrecks on it.
Getting greasy. Hey, he's stopping in here.
Where's he at?
Yeah,
Just popped in.
Getting Greasy Garage. Welcome.
If you guys hadn't checked his channel out, make sure to check it out too.
yeah.
Good stuff.
I apologize for anybody that I spammed the crap out of this live stream to today. But what are we sharing here? Ooh.
Oh, sorry. This is the Firebird I was telling you about.
Oh yeah.
It's the
Wow, I like the color.
I don't love it, but it's not terrible.
Rust-Oleum Roll-On Blue.
That's what it looks like. There's a couple dents, on the passenger door there. It looks
That's
like
the good-looking nose too.
Yeah, it looks like it's missing the pop-up headlight on the driver's side.
That's okay. That's easy to fit. Those aren't hard to come by.
And the seats, I wish I could pull up the seats for it, but
Jason just popped in.
they're ugly.
I'm also thinking about giving away one of her books this live stream. I think I'll do it like basically the same way that everybody else does it. We're just going to do just this live stream because obviously the book isn't super expensive. But I'll ship it out just the normal way everybody else is doing it. Donate to the live stream tonight. You're entered for a chance to win. I'll pull somebody at the end of the live. And I need a piece of paper to write people's names down.
Jason just popped in. So.
Yeah, I saw. Oh, there we go.
Hey, Jason.
Well, that's a piece of paper, but that'll work. Yeah, so if you want to donate to the live stream tonight, you can enter to win a copy of AJ Ryan's book, Firebirds. It'll be a paper copy, and I will ship it out to whoever wins.
Can you can you record yourself reading it to us and
no, I'm not doing it. Well, it's $100 for the first person that wants it.
Oh, dang.
After that, then, No, I mean, if 10 of you want to pay
Come on, you got to make it
Uncle
worth your
Bobo
while.
popped in.
You're going to be reading, Sean. This ought to be worth a case of Guinness along with the cash. You got to keep your voice moist.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. $100
Uncle
and a case of
Bobo
Guinness
popped
for me.
in. Hey.
That'd be like $150. Case of Guinness ain't cheap. And it's getting about that time of year. I have to buy another case anyway because it's getting to be March.
I know you guys up in Pennsylvania can't read.
What? What do you mean?
We know y'all can't read up there.
We got Bobo from Coastal Auto Reaction. Welcome for joining us. Our special guest will be here in a couple minutes. I gotta keep a watch on this too. To make sure that when she pops in, I've never had this many people in here at the moment, so hopefully I can reach her without having to move the screen around too much because otherwise it'll mess up what's up on top of the screen.
Well, I told you before, man. If it gets too crowded,
No.
I know
I can have people up here. Who was that?
Yeah.
We got Jason.
Yep.
We'll give you 7.
Bubbles, lives matter.
Oh man! So if I donate Canadian money, I can get 7 too.
I'm not going to sit here and try to convert that. And we have Mrs. we have Miss AJ Ryan is here. Let's see. Can I pull this down without changing? No, it's going to change it. Damn it! All right, we're going to have to deal with it being messed up for a hot minute, so I can get to her thing here. There we go. Add her.
Hello, everyone.
And then let me
Good evening,
get it
AJ.
back where it needs to be. This is why I don't share my screen, because getting this window to pop in where it needs to be is a pain in the butt. All right, let's see. That would work. And I want... No, I don't. I want her and...
There you go, got it.
Now, why want to do that? I don't want to be the one at the top of the screen. Is it that one? It's not going to let me do it.
You just had her up.
Yeah, I had her up, but it totally took everybody else off the screen.
Well, here,
It lets me be the top of the big person, but it won't let me change it to just to let her be it, which is annoying. But anyway, welcome, AJ.
Thank you.
And we were just talking about your book, and I just let them know that I'm giving away 1 copy of your book. Just pick up a paperback copy of it for them, and we'll ship it out. So if you want to tell them a little bit about the book and the backstory behind it without giving away too much of the plot line. I did give them a little... I read your synapse that you had sent me. I read that out loud to them earlier, but some of them weren't here yet.
Okay, so how many do we have on? 4, 5?
Oh, what? No, this is... We have...
That's just on screen.
You're only seeing the people that are up here on the screen. If you were to click on the link that I sent you earlier, that'll take you to the... If you want to pull that up on like your phone or whatever, that'll pull you up to the live stream that's on YouTube that's running right now, which will have the full background. And then you can see the chat, which is actually all of the viewers that aren't up here on screen. We have...
It's like 15 if I've got it right.
Yeah, we have 16 in here right now. It's been going up and down. I think we had as much as... see, how much did we have at one point? Yeah, we had 18 in here at one point. So if you wanna let them know a little bit about your book, and we can chit chat about it a little bit.
Okay, yeah, it sounds good. And I brought some props, so I got some things to share.
Okay.
I have been a Firebird fan, and I actually did not title the book myself. The editor did. After reading it, that's what came back. And I wanted to, before I forget, right up front, I had some really big help from a musician, Sammy Choppy and Blue Helix. And I wanted to post these up there so you guys can see it.
Yeah, that's the soundtrack for the book.
Yeah, for the trailers. And then he has released this new one, Extraordinary World.
Okay.
So Sammy Choppy, CHOHFI. It's also listed at the very end of the trailers.
Okay. Yeah, I did share the trailers on my Facebook page and for NOVAtazz Customs. So
very good. Well, this particular book is a little different than I think what typical romance novels are, because most girls love horses or cats and dogs, and that's wonderful. My sister loves horses. I fell in love with the muscle car, and every guy will remember exactly how old they were when that love bug hit them. Anybody I've talked to, they know exactly how old they were.
Day one.
And right? All right.
Day one.
Exactly. And then whatever car it was, you just cannot stop obsessing over that car. So that is in the book. Throughout the whole story, the way it's laid out is it starts in the 80s, and it tells, the setup and the story of what happened. But there's a really unfortunate twist in it, because there were some lies told and spread, and this book has some real drama in it regarding suicide and bullying. And kind of the takeaway I have realized in adult years is that at the time, people in that age group really don't have social skills and psychological, skills to be able to handle some of that stuff. So they don't necessarily know what they're doing. There's a really good book called The Four Agreements. I can't remember the author's name, but basically what it talks about is everybody's in their own little bubble and they're not sure, other people that are passing by, they think everything's about them.
All right.
And it may be completely irrelevant. So a lot of the stuff that I thought was, not everybody in the school knew, for one. And for two, the girls that perpetrated the problem didn't know how bad the damage was that they did.
Yeah, they normally don't.
They really didn't. And later on, when the cats came out of the bag and all of this came out to light, I had forgiven them for the wrong thing 27 years in the past. So then we go back and solve the mystery of what really was transpiring. But throughout the whole entire book, my love of muscle cars since I was 6 years old. My brother-in-law's car is a 67 black Firebird with big old Krager mags. And he used to let me wash the wheels, but don't touch the rest of the car. So Saturday, I used to, carefully wash the wheels, and then we'd go for a ride. And that thing, loud, wow. You could hear it coming, I don't know, several miles away. And you guys know what I mean.
Yeah, it's the best sound.
That rumble. So when I was a little girl, that's the chapter, My First Car Love. And it talks about, little kids kind of making a fantasy creature out of this car. And he would always have the Eagles and the Cars playing. So I was listening to that quite a bit in those early years. And I see somebody laughing there. That's good. Witchy Woman and One of These Nights became the theme in my head for that black Pontiac.
That's a good song.
So, oh yeah. And then, so I was still a little girl. I remember my parents were really poor, and we lived in Southern Oregon. My dad had to go buy work boots at Kmart. And we had walked along the rows enough, and I found this car, big plastic 79 TransAm, Smoking the Bandit 2. And I was obsessed with the car, obsessed with the movie. So I was carrying this car around everywhere. And when we got to the checkout, my dad had to tell me, I'm sorry, we can't afford to do it. So you have to put it back. So this lady in line, she asked me, she goes, you want the little car? And I said, yes. So she took it and she paid for it and she gave it to me. And that car sat on my bed with my teddy bears for years as I grew up, and I kept it, hoping one day to give it to my kids one day. So that is in My First Car Love, and I actually still have it.
Oh,
so,
wow.
This is it. 79. The stickers came off of the nose, but other than that, still in good shape. Krager mags and all. So
That's cool.
I thought it was cool. And I see you've got some memorabilia in the back too.
I have all kinds of stuff. In fact, actually, this car right here in the background is my actual personal car, which is a 79.
Very cool. See, there it is. I got a few. I'll turn the screen a little bit. It's going to go the wrong way. Nope. Yep. I stacked up a whole row of them. Can you see back there?
A little bit, yeah.
So I think it's a 94. I had a 92 and another 92. Excuse me, 94, 92. That's where the switch was. 79. There's a few of them anyway. But so the book itself, all the way through the book, have any of you guys blown up an engine?
Yeah. In fact, actually in this car.
Really?
Yeah, the 403 that was in it.
With water and steam and everything shooting out of the roof, out of the corners, or out of the hood. Yeah.
Pieces of block going out the side.
Mine wasn't that dramatic. It was just burnt. It just cooked the bearings, but yeah.
Oh, mine was dramatic. Yes, it's in that book too. Can't remember what chapter it was, but my dad's Buick Riviera, I think it was a 73 boat tail, beautiful maroon. He had just rebuilt the motor. And so, as you remember, we were pretty poor. And I saw someone up the highway, and that's all in the book too, but I took that car up the highway way too fast with less than 100 miles on it. And boy, it seized up really bad. I could hardly control it and get it off the road. It was a mess. But yeah, the book continues on through all of the high school drama, which is quite a bit of it. And it spans through some other major life events. I mean, there were funerals, you know, everybody's gone through that kind of stuff. But the circle back happened 27 years later, so right before the 30th year reunion, which would have been now during the pandemic last year. So we had to call that reunion off. But when I found out these magic secrets, I got some people on the phone. I made phone calls to everybody involved, including some parents. So it was unbelievable. So anyway, I'm rambling on here, guys.
Oh no,
Do you have
that's
any
perfectly
questions?
fine. And so, yeah, anybody has any questions in the chat, and I'll relay them to AJ, or anybody up here on the screen have any questions about the book?
I've got one quick question while you're loading them. What would be the likelihood of getting a signed copy if you wanted today?
I will gladly do that for you. Get a hold of Sean,
Awesome.
and he'll get the details, and I'll send it out. So,
And if anybody wants the copy that I'm giving away tonight signed, let me know if you're the winner, and I will also talk to her and see about getting that signed as well.
and Chris, with the Peterbilt
Yeah, hold
banner.
on. He's back. I gotta add him again.
Okay.
There he is. He's right next
Yeah,
to you.
Chris, are you there?
I'm in my yo-yo service in Montana.
Did you get your copy in your hand yet? Your signed copy?
Not in my hand. It came to the house, but because of the weather and the way the stuff is in the weekend, I had to run the top side route, so I wasn't able to go through the house to pick it up. But it did come in the mail. Thank you
Good.
very much.
Good. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, AJ Ryan /subscribe/ will be how you can be added into the mailing list. And I'm just getting moving on that. The book is set to be a movie in 2022, and I'm working on the screenplay for that.
Sweet.
Yeah,
So that book might actually be worth quite a bit in the near future, depending on how well the movie and everything does.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's the timing of it is, you guys, obviously you follow the Pontiac Firebird. The last one rolled off the assembly line at GM in the year 2002. So, and actually my father passed away that year. So 2022 is its 20-year death anniversary. And I was blessed to meet Todd Womack of TransAm Worldwide and talk with him about any kind of plans in the works to do any kind of anniversary edition for that. And I also have a pitch. I don't know who's going to hear this or see this, but I have to reach out to KISS because they are in the book. The main theme of the book throughout the 80s also was music. And in the writing world, most of the books most authors, they don't put a lot of other artists' work in their books. And I understand that. But for me, music is a very big part of life. And as I was living these things, I had powerful imagery as I'm rewriting this and remembering songs that were very poignant, like River of Time by the Judds. So I loaded up a playlist on my Facebook, and throughout the book, if you just, when you see a song, play it in the background while you're reading it. I've had a few fans reach back to me and tell me that was powerful. As the music is playing, it drives the point even harder all the way home. So that was a really different thing that I did. One, Pontiacs, girls that love cars. Usually it's, like I said, cats, horses, dogs, things like that. I even had to fix some editing that the director, hi Stacy, wherever you're at, I want to give a little plug to those guys too. I had some wonderful editors. Stacy's going to help direct the movie. Mark and Matt were the editors for it. And I even reached out and had been chatting back and forth with Bruce Kulick of KISS a little bit to get some help, to get some ideas. And actually that's how I ended up having Sammy Chaffee come on board with the music for the trailers.
Oh, that's cool.
So his music is epic. I love it. But that's what's in the works. And yeah, so I had another point there, but I keep losing track. I got to get better at this. But yeah, the movie is hopefully 2022, tied in with the anniversary date of the Pontiac Firebird passing, and rising from the ashes. The phoenix that it is will always come back. And Pontiac fans are there. There's a lot of talk about switching out electric car versus the good old-fashioned gas-guzzling Pontiacs that we love. And there's ways to do that. I have really been kicking and screaming, but because I love the way they are, the way they're set up. But
right.
We can find some eco-friendly options and still have the car.
Oh,
And
my choice of going eco-friendly is just swapping an EFI unit on the stock engine, and it'll help a little bit with the gas mileage.
Exactly.
So we have a couple comments. Sounds like one person said he'd rather listen to you talk. I don't know if that means that are you doing an audiobook version of the book?
Yeah, that hasn't been released yet. That's in the works. And another piece I want to make sure and mention, I do have other books that are out, but this particular book, there's a portion of proceeds that will be going to help fire victims on the West Coast. The book was originated on the West Coast, and I'm a Seattle native. So Seattle fires, or Washington, Oregon, California fires. And also, there's a real problem with, especially now during the pandemic, people losing their jobs, homeless, all of that. But Volunteers of America and feedingamerica.org are two that I definitely am helping with. Every book, there's dollars that go to help those causes, and the American Red Cross, of course. But that's part of what's built right into this book. And I don't know that a lot of artists do that, but my call to action for those that can afford to do that would be to really band together and start helping. There's plenty to go around, and a lot of people have been very blessed, and I'm glad I've been very blessed, and that's why I'm doing it.
Right.
So, yeah. What was your other
having
comment?
driven through some of them areas here recently, making deliveries, especially down in Oregon, it's just you can't get any kind of a feeling or anything unless you actually go through the area and see it firsthand. Because it's just, I mean, it's a shame. It's whatever started it, just disgusts you. But it's anything in movies and gaming and stuff. The destruction seen it firsthand, just it boggles your mind. And for a time, there's a spot through the area that they weren't even allowing trucks down through because of the road damage.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's nothing on the East Coast to compare, because we don't get fires on the East Coast like they get out there.
No, it's not.
Well,
it's not
And this
dry enough
past
out
year
here.
these areas were, they're beautiful and pristine at one time, and now they're gray straight to dirt.
These are 100-year fires. Some of this is damage that hasn't ever been there that we've known of. And in the areas where I lived, those towns that were burned, Detroit, Oregon, and Phoenix, Oregon. Phoenix is near a town where my family lived for a time.
Right.
So, yeah, correct. And then the aerial footage of it is just devastating. There's only so much help that I can do, but that's why I'm putting that call to action out to other people, celebrities, churches, people that are well off. There's a lot of places that need this kind of help. Down in the Gulf Coast where all those hurricanes have hit. When all that stuff happened, that actually happened right around the time I was getting ready to release the book, was when those fires happened. And I thought, oh my God, that is clearly a sign to help, especially when there's flames on the cover of this book and it's called Firebirds.
Yeah.
Why not? I need to help them. And I reached out to some of the cities there and let them know that was happening.
So
but anyway.
Coastal Auto Reactions, he says, how do you feel about the 89 Turbo Anniversary Trans Am?
89 Turbo, I like it. I'm a fan of everything Firebird and Trans Am, all the way on up, from the 79, the brand new one, or 67, the very first one. And I got a cute story to tell you. let's see, Western Washington Firebird Association. I used to be part of that group, and Paul Cooper was the president at the time. A couple funny things. I had a red 67, and it was not in pristine shape, so I put a red feather boa around the top of the convertible top when I had it down. And I parked it. They didn't tell me where to park, but I evidently parked next to the president. And throughout the show, people kept coming up to me, how do you know him? And how do you have permission to park your car next to the president? I don't know. It was an open spot. So he had a good laugh about that. But yeah, I'm a fan all the way through. He was telling us a story about a guy a young kid that had a car, older TransAm Firebird, didn't know anything about it. It had been painted several times, and he asked the guy, was this ever blue and white? And evidently it happened to be the first year of the TransAm that this guy had painted over the top of. So, I don't know. Sacrilegious. He didn't know
69,
he had.
yes.
Yeah, he did not know he had 69. Paul was looking at it and saw the overspray, the underspray under the hood, and it was white. And he obviously the year. So he asked him, "Would this have blue racing stripes on it when you got it?" And he said, "Yeah, I put it over." It's like, "Oh my God, kid, that's a TransAm." So, yeah. Anyway, I love him. I'm looking forward to 2022. And have you seen the cars that Todd and Scott Womack have done?
Was it the ones that you sent me the videos of?
Probably the new ones.
Yeah,
he's got some other things. He brought the GTO back.
Oh yeah, the TransAm specialties. Yeah, duh. The 455 Super Duty, the GTO, they had Firebird and TransAm versions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet.
Bandit edition.
Yep, the Bandit edition. Can't forget that one.
He had that. Actually, he worked on that with Burt Reynolds before Burt passed away.
Yeah, I saw that. He has a whole YouTube documentary on that specific edition as well.
There was some other thing I had just thought of. All things Pontiac. Darn it. It'll come back to me. It's been a long ride. Lots of cars. I took my 94 sledding down a mountainside in the snow, spun it around, and landed under a tree, ass end under the tree. And the reason being, I wasn't going that fast, but the thing got away from me, and I knew it would grab, right rear tire would grab first, and I knew that car well enough that, if I'm not mistaken, if I hit the brake hard enough the right way, I knew which way it would grab and what it would do. And somehow the car started sliding sideways, so my driver door was headed right for a tree. And I go, this is going to kill me if I hit that tree. So all I could do is get the biggest part of the car under the tree. So that's what I did. I tapped it really hard once, just like magic. It spun around and it went right underneath the tree, almost touching my rear window. That was, thank you.
One of the first things I ever do when I get a new car is take it to a big old parking lot and just start throwing it around, just so you get a feel of what is it going to do if I have to slam on the brakes and whatever, because every car is different in how it reacts, and you don't want to find out when you have to do that evasive maneuver to avoid something.
Correct. I've scared some salesmen. Correct. I will do that on the test drives. Most certainly, yes, sir. You've got to know, and you let go, make sure it's lined up right, what it's going to do, what your throttle capacity is. I had to get out of the way of a semi-truck. This one particular time I pulled out, and he was going way too fast coming into town, and I could see he was not going to be able to slow down in time, so I had to stomp on it and just stay out of the way.
Did it say Swift on the side of the truck?
What was that? Probably Swift. That's good. Probably. Or Greyhound. That's another one. You never see Greyhounds behind you. You always see them on the other side of the road because they'll, pass you. My dad drove for Greyhound for a while. That was my favorite drink for a while. Grapefruit juice and vodka. Greyhound.
That's good.
Yeah.
Let's see. See if I have any more questions in the chat. By the way, if you have any questions for AJ, please put them down in the chat, and we'll I'll ask away. Just be respectful, as always. Let's see.
So with this epidemic still going on pretty strong, are you going to go around and do book signings and shows and things like that? Is that in the plans anyway?
Not right now. I'd love to. Believe it or not, high risk for that. So for coronavirus, I cannot get it. When I wrote Firebirds, when I wrote the book, I actually had a really bad case of bronchitis for 5 weeks. And what had happened is I found out what the secret lie was and the mystery all revealed. So I was horrified and didn't know what to do with that information. It was overwhelmed. And, that's what great stories are made of. And so I sat down and thundered it out and took it to a few different people after I had it copyrighted. I got a couple things to mention to you guys and anyone listening. So my encouragement to you all is, if you've got a story, whether you know how to write or not, is to draft up something. Don't show it to anyone, but have it registered at the Library of Congress. Just type in Library of Congress and get a register number. You can do it all digitally, pay for it over the internet. As soon as you've got your receipt, it is copyright protected. You'll get a certificate in the mail probably 6 to 8 to 12 weeks later, but it is copyright protected. Then you can edit it as much as you need to before you get it out actually into print. But you want to protect your work. So I hope that makes sense. And then also, being it is Valentine's Day, I have a recommendation. Wired for Love by Stan, I can't remember how to pronounce his last name, but I want to make sure you guys see this.
It's called Wired for Love.
Mm-hmm. Stan Tatkin, Tatkin. The reason I'm mentioning this book, I read it. It's a good read. It's counterintuitive. Psychologists were getting it wrong for a long time, and divorce rates went skyrocketing. And what I have found myself with that, because there's a sequel to this book. There's a sequel to Firebirds coming out, and it's based in Seattle, and it's similar to, without knowing about it, it's similar to the TV show Sex in the City. And what had happened is I started writing a long time ago. The other book is much older than Firebirds. It just hasn't been released yet. And, from my own experience and from seeing a lot of things that women were doing, stupid things to men and not being authentic. And my mom was spot on. She told me, and this is some secret sauce that any single guy needs to know. She told me, never play with hearts. Always make sure right up front they know you want to be friends. And so I always did. And then I was the one getting my heart broke because I was the one who would go after what I thought was attractive, number one. So I was out seeking and finding and then putting my heart on my sleeve, taking the risk. And that's one of the things that I found very disheartening with some of my girlfriends. Oh, let them pursue you. Oh, they have to pursue you. And then they didn't even like the guy that's pursuing them. And then a year later, they break up and they go through this hamster wheel over and over and never figure out why they can never find true love. So authentic. Girls can be fickle and stupid, but guys also are chasing everything out there. If they are looking for the one that's looking back at them, there's a really good chance that that'll work out. She may not be in the best of shape or she may not have, everything perfect, but when there's real love and real spark, that's huge. So I hope everyone has a wonderful Valentine's Day and a wonderful, relationship that lasts a lifetime. I see a thing going across. Any donation today will enter to help. Here, it's going by too fast. I need my glasses, guys.
It's anybody who donates to the channel today is entered to win a copy of your book.
Okay, perfect. There we go. I saw the word donation, and I want to make sure I mentioned that. Did you have any other questions?
I'm just going to go through the chat and see what else. Do we have a couple people popped in here? Somebody saying that they like the 78 TA. Surely isn't too much of a difference between the 77 and 78, except for like the grill and some stuff like that. Let's see.
Did you guys ever watch The Office?
I never really watched The Office myself. I know of it. I can't speak for the
There's
rest
a
of everybody
GTA
else.
in that. Dwight Schrute. It's actually a combination of several different years.
Let's see. I know I saw somebody. Roy Marco says that. I thought I saw that he said that his wife has your book on Google.
Perfect.
Let's see if I can figure it out again.
It is available at all major retailers: Walmart, Target, Amazon.
I couldn't
Barnes
find
and
it at
Noble.
Walmart. I went and looked. The Walmart, at least the Walmarts around me, didn't carry it because I was going to pick up a copy of the book to have here.
Order online.
Yeah. I know that Target has them in store.
For a second.
Yeah. Roy Marco said it's my wife has the book on her Google Books.
Perfect. It's a little early yet, so they might not all be out.
CNC AutoWorks says the 76 TA is his favorite. It's the second year for the I think it's the second year for the full back window, the wraparound back window.
The 76 is actually the original car in the story.
Yeah,
It
76 was also the
76.
original year for the basically the special editions.
That's actually the car that was actually in the story. The guy, the lead character, I named him Gene after Gene Simmons because Kiss was our favorite band. So there's a lot of references to Kiss all the way through. But Gene in the story, the actual car was a 76.
All right.
So white with red interior.
I'm talking about. I don't know if you had a chance to pull up the YouTube chat or not. They were also talking about Jim Rockford's gold Firebird that he had.
Yep. That's listed in there. Kit, of course, and by the way.
Yeah, I have Kit sitting right here.
Yep, I got Pontiac shirts galore.
Coastal Auto asked her what she thinks of the 4.9 turbo TA.
I think I read that one too already. The 89 turbo car.
That's the shirt I was wearing.
One.
That was the shirt I was wearing when I met Todd Womack. Here's Bandit.
Yeah, he's asking about the 4.
That's an old shirt.
I've been a Pontiac fan for a very long time.
Right.
Man, I didn't know if y'all saw my comment that I posted in there. I literally almost had a 79 Trans Am with a 6.6 in it.
The 6.6, or you mean the 455, or?
It's supposed to be the 409
yeah,
though, in it, wasn't
never
it?
mind. I'm being stupid at the moment. 6.6. It was the 403 or the 400.
Yeah. I spent all summer trying to save money up for it, and the guy was asking $2,000 for it. I pulled the money out of the account, and as soon as I turned the block to see the car, it was on the trailer leaving. He said, "Man, I just sold it," and I said, "Man, I was actually talking to you every week about it." He's like, "Dude offered me enough money, and I let it go."
I paid $2,500, $2,500 for this one back here when I first got it. That was back in 2014. But yeah, I hounded that guy for 2.5 years. For that car.
Yeah, this one, it was silver with a red interior. He went out there, started up. I mean, that thing purred like it was all stock, low mileage. And dude said it was actually his college car that he drove back and forth, and it's just been sitting there for about 10 years. So since the doors are heavy, they were just kind of hanging down.
So
it just needs a little amount of work, and it'd be a real nice car.
Rust Belt Mechanic says he has to say the 96 Formula Firebird will always have a special place in his heart.
I will say the 94 will mine because I had that car.
Yeah.
Talking about amazing finds. I was blessed with one of the 67s that I bought was with a Corvette collector. It had 50,000 original miles. It was up on blocks, and all of it bled out, so it was all dried out for 15 years. I paid 10 for it and sold it for 25.
Yeah. This car was sitting underneath of a tree for 6 years before I picked it up. It was supposed to be a father-son project. The car's only got 43,000 original miles on it. But it was hitting the front end at some point. I'm sure it was probably somebody's, garage kept, car for a long time. Probably had it out for joyride. Somebody probably hit the front end of it. Somebody else put it back together. They ripped a bunch of the stuff out of it that I would assume would make them, I think they were going to drag race it.
Oh yeah.
So
okay.
like the air conditioning system was ripped out of it and some other stuff. There was only one seat in it when I got it.
Oh yeah.
No, I had the whole interior, but none of it was in the car. But it didn't run. We got it running that day. I actually drove it home the day I bought it. We got it running right in our driveway. I drove it home. It's all up on my YouTube. If you go back to the playlist for the TransAm, it's all in the very beginning of that. But yeah, like my first car that I ever drove in, and I'm not talking like me, I drove it, as in like the first car I was ever transported anywhere in. So day one, home from the hospital.
That's so cool.
My mom had a 79 Gold SE 400 4-speed T-top car. And so my first car ride ever was in a gold TransAm.
That's awesome.
So actually not much different than the one that is sitting on the front cover of this box.
Perfect. Oh no, I know exactly which one.
So yeah, that was my first car ride ever.
That is so cool. I don't know what mine was. Before I forget, I want to thank Mike and Maria Zinstra because I met them through Todd Womack, and I was looking for this car, and he actually is the one that gave me the cover, the picture for the cover. So this is Mike's car. He went and did a bunch of video prior, and that's the video clip that's actually in the book trailer of him taking off with it.
If you go down in the description of this video, there is a link to that trailer in the description of this video.
The car's name is Freddie. And he actually, his dad had bought it when he was in high school and sold it to him later when he was in college. But he's had it a very long time. But I love the car, and it worked out great. I was trying to find someone in the car clubs that would, let me use one of that year car. I was trying to find a white 78.
White with the blue is such a gorgeous color combination too. Katerina's Garage. She says, I call her Kat because I always mess up her name. She asks, would you rather? Where did I put it? Would you rather have a 71 Firebird Formula or an 87 TransAm GTA?
I don't know. Maybe the GTA because time over time value.
Yeah. We have in fact, Chris's wife, the person right next to you on screen, she has a 71 Formula that has actually been on the cover of quite a few magazines.
Oh, very
cool. Featured in quite places. I'm sure Chris can share you that car later. It is absolutely gorgeous.
Definitely, and please do. I think the car clubs out there, they've really been fans of the book, even though it is a romance novel, because all the way through is Pontiac and my love of the Firebird. And I have worn my family out at nauseum with it. My brother-in-law, ex-brother-in-law now, still has the 67, and he told me some stories about it. That's the third one he had. He wrecked the first two. In one of those wrecks, his leg got shoved all the way up underneath his rib cage, all the way up into his lungs. In the other wreck, he hit a Cadillac head-on on Highway 2 up by Index and went through the windshield twice, forward and backward, and it ripped his scalp off.
Ouch.
And he's telling me these stories, and I'm like, oh, my God. And I used to ride all the time, everywhere in that 67 with him. I loved it. I was obsessed with it. And I know he drove pretty fast with it, but I always felt safe.
Well, and the way that you drive by yourself is different than the way you drive when you have passengers, for most people at least.
Definitely, but he was telling me he had it way up over, I don't even know how fast, on the highway up there. He worked at Boeing, and he drove from Index into Boeing, Payne Field, so that's a good 45-minute drive. I don't know how fast he was going to get there. what the time change was, but he light it up. He had a lot of fun in that car. I did too. I got a lot of tickets. I got 5 in 2 weeks, 2 the same day. With one of my cousins, we were racing back and forth. We were going to Leavenworth Oktoberfest. She had a Mustang, and I had my '94 Formula Firebird. So I bought the Firebird.
What
Formula.
engine was in the 67?
This third car is a 30. It was 305. He put a 400 from one of the wrecked ones in it. So because he wrecked 2 400s. Both of my 67s were 400s. But the 94 Formula, I know this is kind of funny to do, but I had it for 15 years. So every 5 years, I'd give it a big birthday present. I changed the cluster in it one year. I put all the fenders on it a different year with the spoiler, so it looked like a Trans Am. It was basically a Phantom Trans Am. Right. Because it was on, and I never changed any of the emblems for Formula. So it was Formula on all of its records and all of its logos. And I gave it, I think I put in Borla exhaust. I can't remember. And I had to put a Jasper transmission in it because, that finally went out. That actually was not too bad. I think 79, 81 series, they were pretty bad with the transmissions going out. Do you guys recall that?
Huh?
Do you guys recall that 79, 81 series transmission issues?
What, the Turbo 350 or the 4-speed?
No, automatics.
That's what I have in this car. But the issue I had with my TA was the wall between the coolant side of the radiator and the transcooler that ruptured at one point and flooded my whole transmission with coolant, which completely wiped out all the clutch packs. I now have it's a transmission out of an old Cutlass. It's still Buick Pontiac Olds Turbo 350, but I mean it's been rebuilt. So
as long as it goes, as long as you love it. For me, cars are like pets. They really are.
Miss Formie asks, do you work on your own cars?
No, not really. I mean, I don't. No, I know enough to be able to take care of them and service them more than most women out there would. I don't do oil changes, but I'll check it. I'll check all its fluids. I'll do all the light stuff. I don't really want to change tires, but I know enough about them that I won't get,
stuck on the side of the road.
Run around it with the dealerships or with mechanics, and I always want to see the parts when they come off the car. I know enough to make sure that I'm not getting swindled. And when I was a kid, I was probably 17, 18, something like that. My first car, it was a blue Ford EXP. I don't know if you know what that looks like. It looks like a miniature Mustang. Well, I took it into a dealership to get tires on it, little mags and new tires, and I told them exactly what I wanted and put on the car and what I would pay, and they went ahead and did it. It was a small tire shop, and several years later when I went to sell it, I had moved and I went to a much bigger city, and they basically, I brought the car in to I basically told them, rotate the tires, I'm selling the car, just rotate them, check the air. The new guy's going to take it from there. He'll probably get new tires. I don't know. But when I came back to get the car, they had replaced the tires. And I said, nope, that's not what I asked. And I went into the shop and they were horrified. Oh, you can't be in here for insurance. I looked around on the ground. I found my old tires and I picked them up and I took them into the lobby because that's where I was at the counter. And I said, I need these 2 tires back on that car, please. I told you guys I'm selling it. I'm not buying new tires right now. That car is sold. I just needed to do a quick rotate, pump up the tires, be done, and someone else will buy the tires. But I had a different story I was going to mention. Going into some history here. In the book, part of this is in the book.
Right.
My ex-husband had a 69 GTO named Gertrude, and he had picked that up with 600, something ridiculous, like 600 miles on it, something really ridiculous. It was green. It had been wrecked in the front end, and I think the lady's name was Gertrude that it belonged to. But he restored it, and it's Corvette black rose color, so it turns black and purple in the light. And when we were together, he had some parts cars, some Pontiac Le Mans, because it's the same car basically. And I bought one of those cars from, do you remember the TV show The Fugitive? There was a movie, The Fugitive,
I
with
only
Harrison
remember
Ford.
the movie.
There was a movie shot up in the Seattle area, and we were able to pick up one of the cars for that. But they had put a 454 out of an Oldsmobile in it for one of the scenes, tearing out of a gas station. I remember, because I love the sound of cars, and I can pretty much tell the difference between different ones. I knew that engine didn't belong in that car. And I looked and I went, what did they do? That was insane. So when we bought it, they had swapped the engines back, and he explained what they did for that shot.
And they did something similar with the Bandit cars for Smoking the Bandit. I think they had a small block 400 Chevy engine in one of them to do the jumps, because the stock engine in that car couldn't get up to speed quick enough, just because the Chevy engine was able to basically climb the RPMs faster.
Mm-hmm.
There's a video of Freddie, that 70 Mike Zinster's TA. I found it out on YouTube, and I should tag it somehow, but he had it in the rack, and he was running it through its paces, and listening to that thing open up was insane. I think that was the old engine too. Before he put the new engine in it, he had a staggering rebuild with that car from TransAm Worldwide. They did a fabulous job.
If you guys are wondering, Freddie is the car that you can see over here on the book cover, next to us up here on screen.
Yeah.
Poor AJ can't see AJ sees just us up here in the center. AJ, I have your book almost the full height of the screen next to us in the YouTube live. It's been up there the whole time, so it'll be up there this whole live stream.
Okay, good. I wish I didn't know that. I was silly. Oh well.
That's okay.
I wanted to make sure you mentioned that.
Any more questions for AJ? Let's see.
I'm gonna have to get going here pretty quick too. I have Valentine's Day date.
Ah.
You guys have to read the book to find out who it is.
Oh. Well, I have the link you sent me, and I had planned on downloading it before this live stream, and just everything. It was a very, very busy week the last 2 weeks.
Oh, same here. Don't even worry about it. Just enjoy it.
Talking about some Mavericks. That has to be Rockabilly.
There are Mustangs and Corvettes and Camaros throughout the story, so everyone can feel included. And also, it is, it starts in the 80s, but it spans 30 years. So it also spans different genres. I mean, we have everything from Kiss and Aerosmith to Kenny G and Sawyer Brown. So Celine Dion. I listed several different artists based on what I was going through at the time and based on what the story was unfolding, and I thought it would be interesting. That way people, someone will like one chapter better than another. And
the music also sets the tone. I mean, anybody we all listen to rock music, we all listen to music. Well, I mean, not all, maybe don't all listen to rock music, but we all listen to music for our own reasons. And if you are an avid music lover, you know that music sets the tone for what you're doing. You could be in a bad mood, and a certain song will come on and completely change how you're feeling. And I wish artists included things like that, because ambience is part of the mood of the moment of what's going on. And if you can set the tone with a particular song title, I mean, especially the popular ones that we all know, I mean, you know exactly what kind of mood you're in as soon as that song comes on. So yeah.
And music is a healer, as the Judds would say, and I definitely needed that over some situations there. By the way, speaking of which, I did that, and I also was hopeful to kind of help and bless those bands back, because they were there for me. And here I am now in 2022 writing a book about the 80s. And whenever you've got new publicity about the past, the nostalgia will bring those people back. So hopefully, the estate of George Michael and other ones that we've lost along the way will benefit, and also the artists that are living, Madonna, Kiss, Poison, Def Leppard, everybody. I listed so many in the book throughout. The Eagles, Little River Band, I love you guys wherever you're at. I met them at one of the concerts, which was a lot of fun. I met Vince Neil at a concert. My ex-husband wanted to meet him. That was his idol. He ended up in a paddy wagon going to the Freda County Jail. And I met and got a signed autograph from Vince. And he's like, "Where's your husband?" I go, well, I explained the story. And I was a newlywed at the time, so I was pretty horrified. But it was a surreal trip. He was a really nice guy. But yeah, and by the way, speaking of 80s and Valentine's Day, I wore this shirt. I don't know if you guys can see it. Prince.
Yep.
Purple Rain. Seems like every time I ran into a writer's block or was getting off track, something would happen and I would see something that was Prince related. And it was almost like him saying, "Get your ass back in there and finish your book." I'm like, "All right, man, I've got to do this." So, and he got a deal with Penguin Random House right before he passed away. There's a book that's published called The Beautiful Ones. I think you can get it at Costco, but I read it, and he shared some stories, pretty profound stories I didn't know about what different situations that he'd gone through, and a lot of political situations and a lot of societal situations. I was very pleased to hear his take on. So it's a very good book, in addition to him being a wonderful artist. And also he really teaches us to continue to create. You are given a gift, and whatever it is that you guys are doing, whatever you love, whatever is your passion, follow it. And don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to do your absolute very best. And if it's art or singing or writing or whatever it is, building cars, starting a shop, doing custom. I mean, look at what's the guy's name? The Count.
Yeah.
That did all those customs and Pimp My Ride, all those shows. Orange County Chopper. I love those guys. Watch that stuff all the time. So never be afraid to dream. Hitch your wagon to a star. Sorry, choking up. My mom used to tell me that.
So hopefully we have at least a few more people interested in your book tonight. Like I said, anybody, the links are down in the below to all of her Instagram, her Facebook. I think it's your Facebook. I know you have a Twitter.
Oh yeah, I have all of them.
And there is also the link to her website where you can find the book as well. And there's also a link to the trailer for this book, which gives you a pretty good synopsis of what the book is about, along with some really cool looking shots of cars and different things. So check out her links down below, and let's give her a little bit of a push forward, and hope she gets this movie out with COVID and all that stuff going on.
Me too. That really slowed it down. And also, this is a series. It is called Angela's series. It's a journey, and so there are more books coming out. Several of them actually. This is the first release of this book. And let's see, lost my train of thought. Sorry.
Roy Marco's Garage says his wife gives it 2 thumbs up so far.
Nice. Oh, that's really important too. I want to make sure and mention to you guys, ajryan.co. C-O. There is no M. So yeah, ajryan.co, and you'll have to put it in the Google bar. It'll come up, but you may have to try a while.
It came up just fine for me earlier, and I'll make sure that I put the link that you sent me, specific the one about the membership or whatever with that part in it. The one that you sent me earlier tonight, I'll copy and paste that one in the description as well.
Wonderful. There are more pictures coming out as I get more brave. Part of the thing is, I wanted to put a disclaimer in here. The character Leslie and the character Kelly are real people, and I talk to them pretty frequently. And they were horrified when I told them I was writing a book. And I just reassured them that, remember the TV show Little House on the Prairie? Mm-hmm. It wouldn't be a good story without Nellie Olson. There's always a villain. Yeah. So I softened it, and I also told the story how it was, but there's a lot of spin to it. So there's a lot of theatrics that didn't actually occur, but that's what makes a good
Artistic
story.
licensing is, I do believe, what
Correct.
they call that.
Everybody is turned, but some of the main plot is true. And the unraveling of what happened and the loss, and it took a few years to get through the magnitude of this.
Right.
The book was therapeutic for myself, and I hope that it really drives the point home that teenage kids really don't know what the heck they're doing. They don't have the social skills, the navigation skills. I think everything's all about them. They don't have, decency when it comes to relationships. It's their first ones, and so they don't really know how to do, I don't want to say a good job, because relationships are hard anyway, but things could have been handled a lot better. And I didn't realize that this kind of thing happens a lot more out there. And I hope the next generations can learn from us, and the next generations don't have it as hard. But with social media and all of the things that I've seen recently, it seems like it is worse.
Yeah, it's social media definitely gives people a little bit more cojones than they should actually have, because they don't actually have to deal with their consequences face to face of what they're doing to somebody else.
Correct. And even if they did, I mean, the denial and fanning the fire of lies. This is part of what is really wrong. Lies hurt people. And when someone knows what they've said is a lie and they perpetuate it, I think the real relief with Kelly in the story was when she confessed all of it was a lie. And she told me over margaritas what the actual truth was. Neither one of us could sleep that night, but it was like such a relief for me. Pandora's box, all those years I carried that, and I thought that this was my fault.
So kind of like Atlas with the carrying the world on his shoulders.
Yes, and it's been really liberating. And also, this is my story, and I basically said, well, thank you guys, because this will be a bestseller in a movie one day. Thank you. I will be paid back handsomely for my trouble when I was 17 years old. There's a fabulous song in Madonna's more recent album that she just put out, CD, called Mandolin. And right when I pushed submit to send my book in to its final run to be turned into, to be gone to print, that song came up next in the player up in Napster, and it starts out, I had a dream, and something about taking something and returning to your 17th year. I want you guys to play that song. That song, I put it at the last of my playlist because it happened last, but it really summarizes the whole story. I went back to 17. And wow, it wasn't my fault. And I ended up having a whole lot of freedom from that. And I wish other people could do that. High school reunions are a great place to come full circle and be truthful. Hopefully people that have done some damage out there to their peers can let go of some really awful lies. It's good for them, and it's good for the person they did the damage to. One of the book reviewers was really torn up about it. She couldn't believe that I stayed friends with these girls after that. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys and, give you guys lots of love, and thank you for having me. I'm going to get going on my date. I took a lot longer than I expected, but
it happens here on this live stream. We tend to stay a lot longer than we intended.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I hope you guys are entertained. There's a lot more in the book about different cars and different stories with cars, putting them in ditches in all different directions, all kinds of things happening in cars. I know some people were horrified about, some of the nature of the topic. It is not rated X. It is rated R. It's geared for the movie. So it's all that kind of high school stuff we've all been through. And I just reassured these folks, wow, gee, every one of those back seats of Pontiac Firebirds has a story.
Right.
Every one of those wives in those clubs has been in that back seat. So, if they could only talk, right?
Yeah. We really appreciated you joining us. And if you guys have not checked out her links down below, they are down below. And her book is live up on, you can search it on Google. It's in all, you said it's in a lot of the major retail stores. At least their online stores.
Yes, it's
Like I said, I was able to
online.
find it at Target, but I wasn't able to pick it up before the show because I ran out of time when I was out.
When the
But yeah.
pandemic is over, I do plan to go out to see Mike and Maria and do some car shows with Freddie and have the book there.
Okay.
So I'm not sure when that's going to be, not this summer, maybe next summer. We'll just see how it all works out. So yeah, I wanted to do book signings. It just wasn't in the cards because of COVID.
Yeah. Well, keep in touch with us up on our social medias, and if you ever want to come back up here on the live stream, whether it's for the book or another book or just to come out and hang out, you're more than welcome, and we're glad to have you back.
Great, thank you. I appreciate it. You guys have a great Valentine's Day. Love and blessings to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, and that was Miss AJ Ryan from the book Firebirds, and like I said, you can find her book up on the basically most of your interweb stores, and a few big box stores. So, and I will bring back Chris as soon as he comes back.
I just looked a little bit ago on Amazon. There's only 4 copies left, it says. So y'all might want to jump on it.
Yeah.
Dang, selling quick.
It's a pretty good book. So, and like I said, like she said, it's not just a steamy romance, whatever. I mean, there's romance in it, but there's a lot of big boy pants subjects in there as well. Not to mention, muscle cars and music. I mean, you can't beat that. So I want to thank all of you guys that were in chat. We're not at the end of the live stream by no means, but thank you guys for coming that did already come in the chat. And like I said, any donations today will enter you into a chance to win a copy of that book.
And if you donate, you'll also be able to beat me off of Stream Boss.
Yeah, you had Jason there for like 10 seconds.
I know, but I had to, as soon as she said she wouldn't mind signing a copy, I had to go in there and, put some money on it.
So I got 7 chances with Jason and 6 with you, Cleet. So anybody else wants to donate to the channel today, you're entered to win a copy of this book. And if you want it signed, I will get it signed for you. So, and she said that there will be a audiobook version of this book coming out shortly. It is not out yet. If you want to donate to the channel, there's 2 different ways. There is in fact, actually the link for Streamlabs just popped up. That is through PayPal. And there's also the super chat option through YouTube. And like I said, all of her social media links are down below. After the live stream, I also put in that link that she has for her .co link. That's another $5, huh? That brings you up to,
yeah.
What'd you say?
that brings you up to 11.
No, yeah, I heard what Elliot was saying there.
He said he's gonna knock himself off of the Stream Boss.
Right?
Yeah, no, I already did.
Yeah, unfortunately he can't lock himself out of the Stream Boss. So, what did you guys all think of Miss AJ Ryan and her book, Curiosity? That was actually my first. I would consider my first big not co-host, because you guys are my co-hosts up here, but my first big guest.
Well, not including us, right? I mean,
well, you guys are my co-hosts. You guys are my co-hosts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we ain't guests.
You're co-hosts.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
No, I thought it was pretty neat. It was
and
chance to put her out there
and Stream Boss there, Cleet.
Oh, really? Well, we'll see.
I got you down
Meow.
for 5 entries there, Will.
All right, meow. I'm gonna start putting $4.99 instead of 5, so I save my 1 penny to get my 5 entries.
I'm gonna do it in Canadian.
I don't know why it only said $4.99. It must have been however he went and put it in. Because normally it does it for at the the
intervals.
increment.
You could type it into what you want it to be.
Beautiful, huh? Honey.
I think it has to be at least $1.
This cat, thank you. Yeah, that's $7.89.
789.
Oh, she donated
Okay.
through Super Chat.
PayPal.
Which means that was my favorite one, man. I wish. What did you do? Jess is playing. My girlfriend's playing 7 Days to Die right now, and she just scrapped her water.
What?
Look at Kat. She's now the stream boss.
But all right. So let's. Kat has.
What does water scrap into?
I don't know. What does water scrap into?
Glass.
It scraps into glass. She dumped out her bottle of
missing
water and
sand.
stepped on it.
And just
I'm sad.
there.
$1.99 for
Now, why
William
did
there. I
not
guess he
put
wants
up
to
Kat's
copy.
donation. It
Oh
didn't bring it
yeah.
up on the in the Streamlabs. That's weird.
No, but she's stream boss now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, see
You've been
that.
beat twice now, and
That's
she got
okay.
she got 8, and then it's another 2 for Will, so that's 7. You guys are making me you're making me work up here. So I mean, if you guys want to see more, you know, like a guest and big appearances. Oh, Chris is back. Let me bring Chris back up
yeah.
here. There we go.
Yeah, we get more stuff in here if y'all want that.
Welcome back, Chris.
couple different times.
Sorry, so I'm gonna, you know, if you guys are gonna, if I'm gonna have this many people up here all the time, I'm gonna have to pay for the upgraded version of StreamYard, so I can have more people up here. I thought it was 8, but it's only
I'll just
6.
go on record as saying
Go ahead.
everybody is welcome for that gem that I found.
Yes, we have to thank Chris. Chris is the one that that dropped AJ in my lap and set up that first initial contact between me and her to get her up here. And I'll have to say, you guys killed it. We had almost 20 people in here tonight.
Yeah.
So and hopefully, like I said, go check out her book. It is a good read. It is not. Don't take it as your average romance or whatever. It is.
Oh,
It doesn't fit in that
yeah.
category. It is that category, but it does not fit in that category. Did you kick the stream boss there? That is the question. No, you didn't.
$1.01 wasn't enough.
Wasn't enough. I'm gonna have to. And that's another thing. You guys are gonna make me have to start changing my thing up because now I'm gonna have to change this to the stream boss. It's harder to kill after each one.
$1.01. That makes 2 entries, right?
No.
Oh, come on now.
I rounded. I mean, if you want, I can keep track of actual dollar amounts, and we'll just keep it that way.
I'm just
I know you're playing.
toying with- I'm
But
just
like I
joshing
said,
you,
hopefully you
as
guys
y'all Northerners say.
enjoyed having. And she's a car person, you know, to the core. And I had a nice long chat with her the other day, and the stories and the things that she's been through is just wow. I mean, obviously it's a little bit different me having her up here versus the conversation I was able to have over the phone with her, but she's been through a lot of, and cars and music have been there the whole time. So this is that story is a little bit of a true story. It's not like word for word true story, but it is definitely based on things that she's been through and stuff like that. So it's a pretty good read. What we got going on in the chat? Do we have a what's wrong with the truck issue? I think we have a what's wrong with the truck issue, and it's not Big E this time.
Oh, and Rockabilly wasn't the one that brought up Maverick earlier in chat. It was me actually that
it was
time.
you?
The one time, yeah.
Oh.
It doesn't like 20 below zero.
I don't know if any cars really likes 20 below zero.
The brand new
probably not.
windshield cracked from the bottom to the top.
I have to replace the glass in my TA because it's got a freaking nice old crack in it now.
Ooh, windshield.
What you got to do is when it gets real cold out, just grab a bucket of hot water and
Yeah,
throw it
just
on
slap
your
that right
windshield.
on there, right? And now for
Make sure you have
everybody,
glass cover
everybody
first.
that does that and cracks their windshield, you now owe them a new windshield. So
I got
I'm gonna run out
$1.69
there and
to
go
give.
do that real quick, just so that way it cracks it more, and then you'll owe me another one,
Well, $1.69 should cover it, right?
right?
It still didn't give me
$1.60
stream boss.
Why weird numbers?
I don't know. Why not? Everybody else is doing it. I got to do it too.
I don't know.
That-
I don't know. Is that 13.5 entries?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But it sure didn't give me stream boss. Dang it.
His credit
It hasn't
card
come
company
up yet.
calling him, being like,
it
"Yeah,
hasn't,
did you
it hasn't
like,
popped
make
up yet. It
7
hasn't gone
transactions
through.
from
Oh, it hadn't popped up yet. Okay.
So I don't know. It only kicked the stream boss if Streamlabs recognizes it.
Ah.
Let's see. I know Will said something. He said he hasn't been around. So there it is. I should have done it. There it is. Cat, he kicked you off already.
Oh, with the
you're
measly
not playing
$1.69.
You're not playing nice.
Well,
hey, but
I beat her in the door earlier too. So
yeah, you got beat. Let's see. Sorry, been around lately, trying to figure out what's wrong with the G35. Did an oil change? Well, you know what? We're gonna have to pop up the correct banner here. This one. Here we go. Since it looks like we're gonna go into what's wrong with the truck segment here, except for it's not a truck. But anyway, so he says trying to figure out what's wrong with the G35. Did an oil change, changed the air filter, little rubber hose for the fuel system, and now the car won't start. And it is throwing codes for cam position sensors when it wasn't before. I do not know that much about newer cars, so any of you guys have any idea of how to help him? Replaced one of the sensors. Now it's coming up with codes for both cam position sensors.
Gotta love them dual overhead cams.
Yeah.
I could use the same advice that the mechanic where my plow truck in the garage is. Take the radiator cap off, push the truck out of the way, drive another one underneath it, and put the cap back on. New truck, problem solved.
There you go.
I would say
now,
with them codes you'd want to check your timing.
Right. Or pull the sensors out, clean them off, and put them back in too. Because they are just basically a magnetic sensor.
When you're saying G35, I'm taking he's talking about the
Infinity.
I was about to say the fancy Nissan Infinity G35. Yeah,
in fact,
that's
actually,
exactly what it is.
The green Kia that we have has those twin cam position sensors too.
Yeah, they're pretty basic though.
Yeah, I had to replace those on the green Kia already. Oh my god, it was having all kinds of misfire issues.
The Kia Soul is pretty much a G35, right?
Oh yeah.
Couldn't that be a?
Yeah, totally.
I'll beat him down the next drag light, the next stoplight every time, right?
Well, if you dress up like a hamster, you will.
Oh, I got the hamster suit on.
That's right.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay. Cats was 10 Canadian. That's why I dropped it down to $7.89.
Oh, mine dropped down to $1.69 because it was $2 Arkansan.
Gotcha. Smart. Cat's gonna have to get demerits, man. That language. I mean,
nah, it'll be fine.
Verbal timing. That's when you time words just correctly that they just drop right at the perfect time to have that perfect pun.
He said, "Don't make sense." Ran before. I mean, you could have knocked a wire loose or something on accident. Didn't notice. Just not all the way off, just loose.
Yep. Especially just farting around underneath the hood. You never know.
I could have gotten a splash of oil in just the wrong spot or something.
But really, who you should be asking is Robert's garage there. He's the true mechanic in here working on them all day.
I'd check all the plugs and make sure they're plugged in all the way.
There you go.
Could be a crank sensor, or they go out instantly. You never know when.
Well, he says it's throwing a cam position sensor code.
Yeah, that system is just it'll tell you anything. You know what I mean? It's just just an idea.
That's just the first code that popped up.
But you got
kind of like when it says oxygen sensor.
Right. You just gotta go through all of them.
So I like Robert's garage said, just start plugging and replugging in all of your wires. I mean, I would check the connections. You might have gotten the fluid in there that wasn't supposed to. Bump the wire loose. You could
fly Robert's garage out there. He'll fix it.
It's slightly warmer out here.
Take your ohm meter and check the resistance on your sensors and see. You can look that up on YouTube. Shit like that. But I don't know. I'd start with plugging it in first.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid.
I'll say the G35 is actually kind of cool though. That is the rear wheel drive car, isn't it?
Usually.
I thought the G35 was a rear wheel drive with the V8 or something like that.
No, it's a V6. I'm pretty sure.
It's a V6.
I think they named them over in Japan. I think those are the Skylines over there, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're very similar, but when they introduced the G35, I don't think it's like the same. I don't think it's like the same. What am I thinking of? Not the same powertrain, but they're like loosely
Right.
based off of each other.
William,
says
if
he,
you say your crank
Did you buy-
sensor's brand new, you could have
Did
got
you
a
buy
faulty
that?
crank sensor.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
because
did
it's
you
brand
buy
new don't
that?
mean it works.
Did you buy
Oh yeah,
that now?
that's fire keep on.
He bought it
You
off
bought it
eBay.
now? Oh well, that's even worse, I think.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry, he bought it off Wish.
What brand is it?
He bought it off
Robert
Wish. You
Garage,
don't-
if you couldn't hear him, he said, "What brand is it?" I am losing everything trying to open my little fridge.
This is all-wheel drive. That's the brand, I guess.
No, the crank sensor.
All right. He said AWD.
Cletus took his smartass pills this morning.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He may have even doubled up on him. What the hell do you want?
And that's what my girlfriend asked.
Nah, it's not. It's not the smartass pills. He get out there and tried to write his name in the
You
snow,
asked me,
and he
what do I
froze
want?
something to his
Actually, what
backside.
the hell do I want?
Well, it's actually snowing here, and I guess I got my smartass pills. I was outside. I ate some yellow snow, and boy, it tasted funny.
Lemony fresh, right?
That's right.
If you put the crank sensor or whatever, just ohm it out, test the resistance in it since it's new. That's probably the problem.
Yeah. Yep. If you got to think about what changed, and if it's if that's one of the latest changes, I'd go with that too. I'd start with that anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
And of course, like Robert said earlier, see if you see anything unplugged or
All-wheel
whatever.
drive with the 350Z engine.
Yeah, that's what that car is. G35. I buy them and sell them all the time. They actually hold good value. I can get them for around $2,500, and they sell for $5,000-6,000 all day.
He had two nice Jeeps. I think the one he got T-boned.
No, Cat, that's not how it works. You can't.
What's
No
up?
finding
Have y'all
points.
have the 240 Guild that's over in Medill, Oklahoma?
Mm.
It's a shop that they only work on the old Datsun 240. The guy that owns it, he took a G35, took the whole body off of it, and threw I think it's a B12 Datsun pickup over on it.
Oh, sweet.
I got
cool.
pictures of it over on my Instagram.
I have to go check that out.
Oh yeah, it's pretty neat. I found it in sold it over in the AutoZone parking lot, and I mean, he pegged it out for me. It was nice sounding.
So I don't know if you guys saw earlier in the chat, my alarm at the car light. I have a small car light, and the alarm started going off. So I looked on my phone at the cameras,
Yeah.
and it's just a dog taking a crap on my front door.
Well,
step or
that's
whatever.
nice.
Yeah, I seen that.
You're getting trolled by a canine.
Man, they actually do it all the time. Usually it's out in the parking lot, or they'll be peeing on one of the cars or something. But
And then
he's
when-
pooping right on my doorstep. So
All right.
I was laughing.
We're
and
getting a
then-
little bit of a late start on our normal agenda. So hopefully, Will, you figure out what it is. He says he's gonna roll it to the shop when the snow melts. Yeah, because up here we got plenty of snow. And, not Cletus's like plenty of like half-inch of snow.
no, we got more than half an inch right this second. And
What,
they
an
said by the
inch?
time it's over, no, we got almost
He's
2
over
inches.
there.
They said
Over
by
there
the time it's
doing
over, we're
You
gonna have
got
a
almost
inch
2
there,
inches.
isn't it?
Is that compared to my 30 inches the other day that we had?
Well, to be fair, it has never, not in my lifetime, has never snowed more than 3 inches here in Arkansas.
There you go.
He was over there in Arkansas doing hot starts.
Slightly chilled starts. They're slightly.
Hey, I thought I
chilled.
was going to have to get the ether out. It was getting cold, man.
All right, let's get back to our normal whatever. Let's go with what's in the cup here. Since we got a full house up here in the live stream up here, and we got a whopping 12 people in the chat right now. Let's go with what's in the cup. Everybody in the chat, just what you drinking right now. Doesn't matter what it is. As long as it's some sort of liquid.
Fireball.
And,
Refreshing.
we'll go around. Robert's got a can of Coke. I got I got some little cans of Coke to go with my little fridge.
Travel sized. Vitus, I don't think that was a beverage.
Jess is drinking
No.
scrapped water.
I don't have anything right now. I should go get something.
You got some air.
In fact,
You got some
I'll be
air.
right
All right. Well, we'll see what you get when you come back. What do we got, Rockabilly? What are we drinking tonight?
I got some sweet tea.
Some sweet tea.
I don't know
Is it
what I got
fresh
on my
brewed
cup,
or is it fresh brewed or is it something that you picked up?
Gourmet
but I
shit.
just brewed it this morning.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I have not had a fresh brewed sweet tea, and I don't know how long. Mainly because I'm too lazy to do it myself. But we used to have We used to have a mint field behind our house. We'd make our own tea straight from the mint in the backyard.
Cool.
What we
I
got
try to
there?
make it Louisiana style.
Go ahead, Chris. What'd you say?
I said I try to make it that Louisiana style sweet tea. It gives you diabetes in one sip.
There you go. So sweet, it's almost like rock candy, right?
You just knock your cup over and it's just like slowly creeping out.
Molasses.
All right.
You go to
Biggie, what do
Dairy
got,
Queen and they
Biggie?
flip your Blizzard upside down and it just stays in the cup.
And I have to apologize to both Chris Firebird Nation and he just poofed. Jeez, I mentioned his name and he ran away. And Big E, because they both got stuck on the sidelines because I was thinking I had the ability to have 8 people up on screen, and no, I'd only allowed to have 6. StreamYard yelled at me.
Like, no, you can't do that.
Right? So I had to have them sit out on the sidelines for a little bit. But anyway, Big E, what do you got in the cup today?
I have some high quality air in this now because it is empty.
Yeah, you were drinking it earlier, so I knew there was at least something in it.
Yeah, there was something. My usual Lipton citrus iced tea.
Yeah. I raise you Lipton citrus iced tea, and I'll raise you Turkey Hill green tea mango.
Oh.
This one is not fresh, so I will not be drinking that one tonight. I would ask Chris what he was drinking in his cup, but what do we got now there? Schmidt? You got a can of Schmidt.
It's like well.
As I say, it's a can of Schmidt. It's like what got left on Cletus's doorstep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like I don't know, 60s.
I had a really old can of something that was in the back of the TA when I bought it, and I don't know where it went. Yeah, you could definitely tell with that style pop top that's
right.
old.
It's called Coke, not Coke Classic.
Right? I had some MGD cans from the 80s that were in the back of the TA, down in the drop wells in the back.
Yeah.
So, somebody had a little something drink. I am drinking it's actually my second one. Captain and Coke. But let's see what we got in the chat. We got Miss Formy's got some water. Jesse's got some water. Will's got some Gatorade and tequila. I used to do that. We went to the bowling alley, and we didn't feel like having to be, having the wrist bracelet all the time. We would take like watermelon Gatorade and pick up some like watermelon vodka, and you would dump like a third to a quarter of the Gatorade out and fill it back up with the tequila, the vodka.
Yeah.
Never ever got busted for that. Freaking smashed as can be, can't freaking throw a bowling ball straight, but yet they still can't prove that it was your freaking drink that did it.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's lost coordination. I just can't keep my feet underneath me anymore.
I just don't know what happened to my sense of balance.
Right?
It's just not there anymore.
But yeah, that was some fun times. Maple Crown Royal.
That sounds excessively sweet.
Yeah, it does.
She says it didn't work out.
It's just Nadia missed.
Speaking of not being there anymore, Cletus, you're not in your living room. What gives?
No,
You missed
I
that
have
last
a whole
week.
studio. No, it's not a studio, but
It is a studio.
no, I clean.
It's a
I
set.
guess so. I cleaned this area out and because I'm gonna start doing once a month lives on my channel. So.
Oh, geez, got your own little streaming quarters.
See,
Yeah.
technically, this is a studio. It's a studio set. It's also an actual desk, but yeah, it's a studio
I
set.
don't see any egg cartons on the wall.
You don't need egg cartons to have a studio. Now, if he was in a big room with a lot of echo, I mean, I don't hear very much echo out of Cletus's room. So, I mean, honestly,
pretty
the
well
egg cartons
insulated here.
are for those rooms that don't have a whole lot of stuff in them, that the sound just bounces around.
All my tools are in here. I don't have a garage, but this is kind of like it's a den. It used to be a garage, so I got a door that goes out to my driveway.
The woman took
I got
over and turned your garage into a storage area.
I got
No,
small-
I've always had tools. They've just been real unorganized, and I've had parts for 30 million different cars that, now that I got rid of all the parts, I'll probably need them. But
Isn't that
Yeah,
I
always
cleaned it
works?
all
You
up.
Had something for like 20 years, and you finally get rid of it, and then you need it. or like I always say, like you replace both headlights when you have one, and then you save the good one that wasn't bad, thinking that if one of them blows out, you'll just throw that one back in, and then when it comes time to it, you can't find the light bulb, so you go buy 2 new ones, and then you find the light bulb.
Yeah, usually the way it goes.
I went and got some gauges. That way I'd look like I knew what I was talking about or something.
Yeah, there you go. You
Mhm.
can check some.
That's how you check
some
your
coolant
tire
shit.
pressure. So.
Oh, that's tire
Yeah.
pressure. I can't see them that well from here because we've all gotten kind of small up here. Oh, Chris is back. I didn't even hear him. Nobody mentioned anything. Well, you guys can't hear him.
Well, yeah.
There we go. All right, Chris. Before you disappear again, what's in the cup?
I don't see anything.
Disappear. He hasn't even showed up.
It showed up on my screen.
Now, I'm guessing to all of us, it's just
It's just
like,
black square.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it organized us like he's there, but he ain't.
Hey, Kat, if you
no,
like
no,
that
now
stuff,
it's
you
not
should
there.
try.
Oh,
You
it
should
was
try
different.
Jack Daniel's honey.
Oh, that stuff's
Ooh.
good.
Yeah, it's dangerous, so it'll sneak up on you quick.
Oh, so will moonshine, but that's a different story.
I don't know moonshine y'all got up there. Down here, you're drinking it.
Well, no, you drinking it, but it sneaks up on you a little bit more than regular alcohol.
Mm.
You be drinking
does
it like you
pack
be
a little
drinking
punch.
regular alcohol, and the next thing you know, you're smasher than you were freaking, if you would have been drinking all freaking night.
Couple.
Is it legal to make up there?
Damn
can
right
make a
it's
certain
illegal to
amount
make up
here.
here.
No, it's legal to make a certain amount down here. But...
It's legal to make. It's illegal to make it with intent to sell.
There's a Lucy spotting. She has exited stage left. Or is it
I
right?
can make something look really bad. I got a little spring pistol up there. Someone just says Lucy, and I just. But I'm not gonna.
No.
I'm sure most people that make it don't care if it's legal or not.
No.
Yeah.
That's
That's a very good point.
That's the funny thing about laws. They only pertain to the people that want to listen to them. Because obviously the people that don't listen to them, they don't care about them. So you can make laws about anything. The people that aren't going to listen to them still aren't going to listen to them.
Yeah.
You change the speed limit out in front of my house from 55 down to 40 down to 35. I'm still probably gonna go 55 through there, but that's just me.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless the cop is sitting there, but
Then he wants to play in your mud hole.
hey, behave
Our
yourself.
sheriff
please.
here, he's back. He's like Andy Griffith,
I gotta find a way to be able to turn people's volumes up, Robert, because you're really quiet. Edit mic settings. There we go. Oh, I can't. What the hell? Why
He
can't
can go
I do
into
that?
his cam and mic settings and turn it up too.
There we go. Whose?
Roberts, he can go into his cam and mic settings and turn the volume
Oh, I
up.
just turned his volume up, so hopefully he's
There you
louder
go.
now.
Can you hear me now?
I'm gonna.
Somebody
turn
got
it
an
up.
echo now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, with a
It
slight
turned-
echo,
it
but it's
turned
okay.
itself
I'd
off.
rather be able to hear you than to not hear you at all. Other people start talking, he drowns you out. I didn't use words.
Deep dap, deep dap, deep dap, deep deep.
I didn't used to be able to do that. That's something new in StreamYard, is to be able to adjust other people's volumes.
Rockabilly's been pretty quiet tonight.
Yeah, I just been listening to y'all talk.
He's got to get into the flow of it. I mean, come on. We were Cleet, when I first had you on here, you was quiet too.
Was I?
Oh yeah. Go back and watch them. You were quiet.
Hmm.
You do more talking now that you're getting a little more comfortable with being up here than you did when you first started.
It helps out.
Jesus Christ.
Now is there a Chris?
Obviously,
Yeah.
we have a fine cup of blackout juice.
Yeah. And it ain't even the freaking caffeinated one.
Because our service keeps blacking out.
We'll take you while you're here.
And then our water and a bottle of cherry juice.
Water and a bottle of cherry juice. Is that same nasty cherry
Yeah.
juice you had last time?
Yeah, that nasty ass unsweet tart. Almost like drinking pulp.
Ew.
I hear echo now.
Yeah, you're gonna hear a little echo because I turned your volume up really loud. You're literally maxed out on the settings. Did it actually show up when I do that? Yeah, it does.
Well, yeah, I don't.
Sounds like he's in a tin can almost.
Yeah. Where's your mic at, Robert?
Right here. Right here.
Yeah, it's not picking it up very well.
I'll have to move it.
Hey, we are figuring this shit out as we go. There's no
I
right or
hate
wrong way
the-
to do it. Poor
hate
Big E
the
has been
earbuds
sitting
with the
here with
inline mics.
actually, didn't you used to have a worse cam, Big E, or is this still the same one?
Still the same one.
It looks better now.
Don't make
No,
me
that's-
adjust my
no, I know
focus
what
on
we
you
used
because
to
I can do it. Watch this.
Here, I'm gonna go get some.
Yeah, you can fuzz it out real. There you go. Now you look like you used to. No.
There.
Now you got to adjust it back to where it looks good again.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I want to. Maybe I like being a little bit anonymous, even though anyone could just go back to any of the other live streams and be like, "Oh, hey, look, that's him."
All right. Well, that's
Let's paint my wall a different
we
color.
Updated, you used to be at like 480p, I think. We updated you. That's
Yeah,
also.
turn
If
it
you
up
guys
to
didn't know,
720.
Robert and Chris, if you go into the settings, you can adjust the depending on your internet connection. If your internet connection is not too good, I would keep it down at 480, but you can adjust it up to like 720, which actually looks a lot better on the live stream, especially when we're all this small. You don't look so fuzzy. All right, see you later, Will.
Night, man. I've been losing all night on the gambles.
Yeah, everybody's been losing tonight.
Everyone's been losing, but Cat's almost at 1 million freaking points.
She lost like 8 times in a row earlier in the live stream. I was watching her.
If
Can you hear me now?
Ooh,
go in your settings, you
now I need to turn you,
you can
down.
turn on your echo cancellation. Well, he can turn off his echo cancellation in settings as well.
Yeah.
Robert will have to do it though.
Either that or I can go in and adjust it for him. So
Mm.
it allows me now to play with your guys' settings. I can't adjust your quality of picture though.
Oh, lost
You
Chris
guys have to do
again.
that.
I'll just take my thumb and kind of.
There you go. Yeah, we do have an echo now. I don't know where it's from though.
I'll get mine real quick. You tell me if it's mine.
Hello. No, it's not you.
You're echo.
We'll find out who the echo is. Let me mute everybody one by one, and I'll find out who it is. Hello. Nope, it's not Robert. Hello. Nope, it's not Rockabilly.
Oh, gee, I wonder who it is then.
Hello. It is Big E.
No!
Winner.
It's always me, and I don't know why.
Winner, chicken dinner.
I went.
You're like one of them squeakers on GTA 5.
Right?
Oh, don't even get me started.
I heard some of them the other day. No, I don't even play
Now,
them.
here. Do you remember the other day we were talking about Jess's speakers?
Yeah.
See, oh my God, it has just been getting consistently worse. I don't know if somebody got a stronger. It's one of those like shortwave radio things that like her speakers pick them up like clear as day. But it's horrible because she can hear them but she can't respond.
Yeah.
It's like having one of those CB radios but no mic, and so she can't tell them to shut the fuck up.
Get off this channel.
Well, we're trying to play like zombies and stuff, and they're sitting there talking about like freaking somebody being in the shower and shit. It's like we don't want to hear this shit.
Oh, I
That's
get
weird.
the squeakers that freaking. When I was on GTA, I go on there and customize cars on there because it's pretty neat. But there'll be kids on there. They have little like they got can't be 9 or 10, and they're in there cussing each other out and cussing you out,
Screaming.
and
So like I mean,
making moaning noises. And
yeah, it's just annoying. They do that in Forza too, and it's just like, just shut up.
I just used
It's
to go on there.
everywhere.
I go on there and shoot them all or kill them all. I go on that.
I do that on
Redemption
GTA.
and shoot
They just
them.
pop up back down the street again.
on GTA, I've got a DeLorean that flies that shoots rockets, and I just go and just kill them all when they're doing that.
Yeah, the kid's got one of those rocket things, or whatever.
They'll
you fly
bite
around
swerve,
on
yep.
it. Well, yeah, I'd go around shooting them on there. and
Oh,
they'd
yeah.
scream.
I can't believe they
You know what
added
the
those.
absolute- We're talking about echoes. Do you know what the most absolute awesome echo to hear is?
Alexa.
We
That one where
have,
your phone falls down?
Maple Grove. We have Maple Grove drag strip, like right near us. And at my friend's house, down there, he's the guy that I have. There's a whole bunch of pictures of Mopars on my NOVAtazz Facebook page. They're all his cars, and from his house, you can hear the drag strip down in the valley because he's up on the mountain, and you can hear the echo of the big blocks as they're freaking doing their burnouts and stuff before they go
that's
down the
dope.
track. Just echo through the mountain. It's freaking amazing. It is the like I don't know what is a better sound to hear than the cars going down the drag strip in the middle of freaking summer.
I have one sound that might be better.
What's that?
The sound of the ATM counting your money before it gives it to you.
I hate
no.
that because then I got to take my money out.
Yeah. Because normally when you're taking money out of it, it means you're going to go spend it. And sometimes it's not because
Yeah.
it's something you want. Most of the time it's because you're going to go pay a bill.
I've had them give me I think it was 5-6 years ago, one of those ATMs gave me an extra $200.
Well, the thing is, does anybody else remember when ATMs were called Macs?
No,
Nope.
Now you guys are
Negative.
young.
I'm not that young.
No, if you don't know
I mean,
what
not that much younger than you anyway.
they didn't used to call them ATM machines. They were all called Mac machines.
Then I had Wells Fargo deposit my paycheck like 5 times one time. I
there you go.
gave it to them. They deposited it 5 times.
That's
so I
like the
just
card of
sit there.
Monopoly. Bank error in your favor.
Well, I couldn't believe it. Get typed it times 5. It's $2,000. Times 5.
I don't know if y'all can see
Now did they fix it?
Y'all see the dog peeing on my tire?
They took like
No, we couldn't.
Oh,
We
he
see the
ran.
truck. We can't see the.
I guess he ran off.
Are we showing off our matchboxes now?
Yeah, show off anything that's within arm's reach. I have a little can of WD-40.
Here, I got a little Jeff Gordon car. Flex Seal.
You know,
I have the original my original emblem out of the back of the
got a
package tray for
cookie
my
jar.
Nova.
cool.
This is a piece of NOVAtazz history right here. Anybody who's goes back far enough in, I think, was it Robert's Garage? Who's the one that said they went back all the way to the beginning of my my videos?
I did. And I
I've done
watched
it.
them
Do
except for the
you
live.
remember seeing that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In the back of the back by the speakers there.
Yeah, this went in between the two speakers of the Nova on the rear
This
package
is
tray.
a northern pike jaw.
Good lord. Note to self: do not get bit by a northern pike. See, I can avoid the whole situation, but it's just not going fishing.
Oh, and this.
I had a down. I have one of the. I
Nice.
have one of the cars that shall not be named.
Quit watching.
Is she gonna? Are they gonna take this one from me if I mention the name of this car?
Probably.
I'm sure that one's licensed.
Yeah, that one's probably.
Why don't you build one die-cast? They'll come repo it.
Here you go. Here's one for
A
Cat.
die cast.
I got one for Cat. Ready? There you go, Cat.
Fox body Mustang. Oh no, that's a.
It's not a Fox body. It's
Dang.
the newer one. I don't
That's
have a
a-
Fox.
It's the SN95 with
Yeah.
the 3 spokes and probably V6 automatic.
Yeah. Oh
The
no, this is
ugliest
Drop
one
top.
of them ever.
this is the Boss.
Oh.
So no,
Mm.
probably not. It's the Mustang GT Boss edition apparently.
Gross.
Let's see what else I got here. I got.
That has to be the ugliest Mustang.
What's this one?
No, there's uglier.
Uh,
Mustang 2.
hey, I like
67
the Mustang
Nova?
too. It's kind of got a Maverick look.
67 Nova.
Cool.
I got all kinds of cool trinkets over here. Are any of these Mustangs? 2018 Camaro SS. Oh, I got a 69 Ford.
Speaking of Camaros, did you see that they are no longer making them past 2023?
We knew that was coming. They can't freaking sell them because they fucked up. They fucked up and made it so that way nobody wants them, and they wonder why they ain't freaking selling.
Yeah.
You know, Ford got it right. Dodge got it right. Chevy doesn't know an ass from a hole in the ground. I mean, granted, they did pretty good with the freaking Corvette, but nobody wanted the rear engine, you know, the mid-engine Corvette anyway.
No.
Well,
I mean-
I don't know about that. I mean,
They
now they're-
a mid-engine option
Some do,
from
but-
Chevrolet, sure. But did they want it to be a Corvette?
well, I mean, no, they probably didn't want to, but what else is, Chevy gonna do?
Yeah, because they don't want anything competing with the Corvette. So if they're going to have something that's
Well, I
gonna
mean, they
compete
can't
with
make
the
it
Corvette,
like
they're gonna call it a
they
Corvette.
can't make a new Pontiac Fiero because Pontiac does not exist anymore. Doubt they'd bring back something like the the Corvair nameplate like that.
Ew.
This
Catfish
is
Camaro.
Catfish. I'm thinking about buying this one.
Well,
Oh, geez.
Get out your arm, start digging in the muddy hole, and you can grab it.
I don't know why they gotta put those stupid airbag steering wheels look stupid in those cars.
Because
This is
of
some pretty
regulation,
bad
but
pictures,
that's a different story.
Right, I hate that. But that Corvette's got the same thing. I'd tear that.
It's because it was regulation. They had to have it in to be able to sell the car.
They should have
Now,
an extra.
what I
one in there
can't
for
stand is the way that they did the freaking stupid mirrors on those cars.
Yeah,
Right.
part of the fender.
It's part of the.
Well, I don't
fender.
like the back end. That's the worst looking back end Camaro ever had.
The whole car's ugly.
Hey, on that model, the 2001 model, at least the front end looks better than the 94.
Yeah.
like those early '80 IROC. Like you got
if it comes to the fourth gens, it's got to be a '98 to 2002 TransAm.
Yeah, that's the best looking ones out of that.
Yeah, because I mean the
out of that
older
one.
ones had the really big butt.
Mhm.
That back bumper was like freaking. I don't know what the hell it was. It was like sticking out there like it was the back end of a boat.
Ray Charles took pictures on that head, right? It's pretty bad pictures, but I'm cheap. Like that Firebird we was looking at earlier. If I can get it for $1,000, I'll pick it up. That Camaro right there, I'm trying
Well,
to
yeah,
get
but
for
you're looking
$2,000.
at turning around. Can I turn it around and make money off of it?
Exactly.
Whereas
Yeah, that's nothing.
I
Neither
just
one of them are
realized
ones I'd
something.
want to build.
I still have this one here. Did we ever get to it? We got you over 500 subs, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's on his way.
I think I'm. Let me see what I am now. I think I'm 550, 561. 561.
Well,
That was all
gained
this
some in
year.
the last hour or two, then.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys all enjoying the live stream, guys?
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I'm back.
We've been waiting on you.
There you go.
I had to go
Don't
get
let
more
you-
firewood.
Here's another. That's a classic.
Belt buckle.
Old.
Like,
Ooh, I
Christmas
had
ornament?
I had one of those. I don't know if I mean I have a Charger, but I had a model.
Is that a
That's a Super B, I think.
GTX?
Super B
Might be,
GTX.
Yeah, I think it is a Super B.
The 69 Dodge Coronet.
Coronet.
Yeah.
B.
Yeah,
Which
they look-
that's what
they're
the Charger,
similar.
the Super B, the Coronet, the was it the Satellite? Also, all the same car.
Pretty much.
Body style, yeah.
Yo, I want y'all's opinion on this one. You think I should do the S10, the body style like the NASCAR trucks?
You could.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you're basically going
I don't
to be.
think you should,
I
but
mean, to be able to lower it down that low, you're going to have to channel the frame into the floorboard.
yep, C notch.
Yeah.
No, not C notch.
Then you're gonna
You're literally going to have to drop the body down on top of the frame.
It'll
They
be
call
like
it laying
sitting
frame.
on a Corvette.
You know what you should do with that S10 is sell it to me for real cheap.
I'll make a deal with you. You go find me something from the 30s, like a pickup, I'll trade you.
Something from the 30s?
Yep.
I have one.
Well, if it's
Uh-oh,
going to
Robert.
happen, it'll happen down there with you guys are. You ain't finding something that old up here unless it's been stuck in
I mean,
garage
we got them
somewhere.
down here,
You'll
but
see it
I couldn't
on
trade
my
that for an
Like
S10.
a 28.
Hey, I'm going next week to look at a frame for my future rat rod build.
There you go.
That's a
The guy's
28
100
Ford, I think
for
it
it,
was.
so I'm gonna grab it.
28 Ford, that's cool.
I have the
28 to
donor car
31
for
or
my
something
build.
like that.
It's just they're both sitting out in the field.
I like them square body S10, so I'd like to have another one.
Yeah,
I got a-
it's covered in snow right now, y'all. I filmed the last part of my video today, and you can see before our second round of snow hit about how deep it was.
I don't think I've seen. Oh, your last video. Yeah, hey, your videos are getting better, man. Not that they were bad to begin with, but
I found
Are
out
you
Oh,
about
yeah.
it, Biggie.
oh boy, super clean.
Your echo cancellation was off on your.
Hey, Robert, you got that? I'm going to show you mine.
What's that?
But
Oh,
officer, the sign said dual burnout.
Yeah.
I got the job security shirt.
The
Oh,
official
the
shirt of
check-in?
Volkswagen Owners Club.
Oh.
It's actually
Now,
from. It's just.
I should go get my super clean shirt on, huh?
Oh, get the hell out of
Do I
here.
need to bring out this one? Hold on. There we go. We'll bring out this one again.
Oh, geez.
Plug.
Hey, wait, hold on. Is this another plug? Is this another plug, or is this something different? Oh no, this is the one that my girlfriend got me for, at the beginning of all of this crap.
You know, you should put on the front of that shirt instead of NOVAtazz, whatever. You know, like the Ever Start thing. It should say Never Start.
Hey, my stuff starts. It just doesn't go anywhere.
Oh,
There you go. How about this
God
one?
damn.
Did that one show up?
Yeah.
My girlfriend got me
Never
that
start.
for my birthday in the beginning of last year.
My wife just got me this shirt today for a Valentine's present.
Oh, there you go.
Oh. We don't do Valentine's Day here. Just to me, it's I'd rather buy stuff through the year than
Well, if
do one
anybody was
special
on
day, I
my
guess.
anybody who's on my Instagram, they saw what I made for Valentine's Day. I'll have to pull it up here real quick.
We just do it a little different around here, I think.
That was dinner.
Oh,
Ooh. Nice.
Nice.
Is that steak, potatoes,
I seen
and
that earlier.
asparagus?
Steak, potatoes, and Parmesan garlic green beans.
Oh,
All that for a plug.
nice.
oh, there you go. I need some of them.
I just got
See, I'm telling you, when I get stickers from other places, I'm gonna put them all right here.
I'll send some to you.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't even have any copies of my new stickers. All the copies that I had went out. Matt MPG has a copy of one of my stickers on his wall.
3 bags.
Dang.
Now,
Oh,
are
your
those
sister
dime
make them
bags
for you?
or quarter bags? What are they?
You can't
They're-
buy a dime bag anymore.
Sticker bags.
Sticker bags.
Is it your sister made them?
I'll
He
raise
said
you
that
one
with.
Starburst wrapper. But no, I still actually have a bunch of these ones.
Shiny.
Send them out.
I gotta send them to Straight Six Fan. I just haven't done it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The
what
good
do
thing
I
about stickers
have-
is you can just pop them in regular envelopes.
What do I have in my box of stickers? That's actually I'm not sure if you can. You probably can't see that at all. That's actually for the
hardly.
truck. That's for one of the side windows on the truck. I have old car auto guy.
Mm-hmm.
One of his OG stickers. You already know I got Straight Six Fan's old one, his new one, I
Yep,
have, you can't forget this one. I got me a
There you go.
stuffed with Cletus sticker. Now, none of these are getting stuck anywhere because they're supposed to go in my toolbox. I just haven't finished my toolbox yet. So I got a whole bunch of these old ones. That's for the side of the truck. Can't see it. It's one of the stupid YouTube NOVAtazz ones. I still have all my letters from everybody that has mailed me. Let's see what else I got in here. See, more of these ones. I think I have most of the good ones out. Joey66, he has a Dodge Challenger YouTube channel. I think these are all my stickers here. Yep, see, more of my stickers. OG business cards too. Tell you what, I have more of those business cards and I have no idea what to do with.
People don't even really. I mean, people do
No.
have business
And
cards.
like I said,
but not like they
I
used
now
to.
use that Hello Blue,
Yeah.
which actually is the link for that is in my description now. If you're into first and second gen F bodies, cool aftermarket company.
Nice. What you should do is anytime you go to the store or something, just take like 3 or 4 in your pocket.
I did
drop
that.
one.
They kept getting taken down. I got tired of throwing them up. I figured that would have been a good reason to do with it.
Have you guys watched Narc's Electric Customs?
No, I have not.
He's built a Narc cart, as he calls it, or death cart. And when he hits 1 million views on his channel or whatever, his whole channel combined, 1 million views, he's going to give it away.
Speaking of, I am fast approaching, if I haven't already hit 1 million views on this channel.
I know he's getting close, but that thing is pretty sweet. He went with JR Go, watched JR Go and Hoobie's Garage, and let them drive it and stuff. So
no, that'll get him some views.
Yeah, he did that 2-3 months ago, and they let him drive. He drove their Lamborghinis and stuff. So
So yeah,
he's right here in Arkansas. He'll be one of the guests on my first live here
cool.
on the 22nd. So
yeah, I have quite a few of these old school stickers left.
yeah, just send them out to people, man.
I might. I don't like them though.
Oh
That's the
well,
problem.
no, yeah.
That's why I stopped using them because I like the new ones because those ones are the design where it's all choppy. You know what I mean? And it doesn't look good. Like I don't think it looks good, but then again, I'm a perfectionist as well. So like once that was when I had somebody else do my logo, or at least the car parts of it. And then when I learned how to do the program myself, I made them look a lot better.
My wife did my logo because I am not good at that stuff.
Well, yours is good. I mean,
I'm just
I
not good
like
at
your
it.
logo. Left 4 Dead's new one is really cool looking.
Yeah.
Robert's Garage, I really like yours.
My sister did that. I forgot she worked at Custom Graphics for over 20 years. And then she called and she said, yeah, do you need some stickers made? I'm like, well, I didn't tell her I even did any YouTube. So so then she just made them.
Well, I mean, if
Well,
she's
you
on
tell
your
her-
Facebook
tell her-
or whatever, I'm sure she's seen stuff.
She don't have a Facebook.
She had to see
You
it.
just tell her, hey,
Drama
you're a big
boy.
YouTube star now, so
Yeah, big, yeah.
But I mean, like, you know,
It's
that
getting there.
truck logo. I mean, Big E's been here since forever. He knew me before I started. I wouldn't say before I started doing YouTube, but before I started doing it like
regularly.
And he was with me. He wasn't with me, but he was along for the ride when we were coming up with the truck logo. The Trans Am and the Nova, those ones are easy. Those are just a silhouette. But that truck one, that fought me for 8-9 months.
Something like that.
Just right. Because it's not like we watched that. Jason had shared that other guy that was doing Who the hell's it was that the digital artist that he was sharing a couple days ago. You know, I'm not that good. My logos I didn't do with like a brush pen and all of that digitally. I literally had to plot and point every line in my drawings. Each individual line. I mean I have a stylist and a pad now, but I didn't then. It was part of my reasoning for getting one is after doing that truck logo. But yeah, every line in that truck picture I hand put in. But let's see. Katrina's Garage getting some shirts. Now, like I said, I get my shirts through Teespring only because it's easy for me because I don't have a friend that has a printing press and all of that stuff. So for me to get like even just to get 100 shirts, I mean you got to think about it. If each one of those shirts cost me $6 to buy at 100 shirts, that's $600 out of my pocket right off the bat.
How does that Teesprings work?
Teespring's not the only company that does it, but basically what you do is you upload your design to their template. And then as people buy it, they do them in runs. So like there's like a week or 2 week run, right? And at the end of that run, they'll print all of the shirts that were ordered in that run.
Oh, okay.
And then they'll send them out. So the only thing you have to do is you have to worry about the design. And then you have to have a bank account for them to put whatever profit you make into your bank account.
Right.
I didn't much care for Teespring. Do you know if Zazzle can link to your YouTube?
I don't know. I mean, Teespring won't link to your YouTube until you're over so many subs. And
Oh,
a lot
I
of
got
them
mine
won't do
linked.
that until you're over like 10,000 subs.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. But I don't link it to my YouTube. It's not linked to my YouTube. I just post the link. But like once you get over 10,000 subs, you'll see like you'll have those people that have the merch shelf underneath their videos.
Yeah.
That's because they've reached that tier. So like your first tier is like 1,000 subs, and that unlocks your ability to be monetized, lets you do super chats, things like that. And then the next big tier in YouTube is 10,000 subs. And you'll also find that like sponsors and stuff are more willing to work with you when you get up to about 10,000 subs, because that's sort of like, yeah, you're serious kind of level, you know, because again, it's exposure. So they're willing to invest into you when they know that you have enough viewers and following that it's worth it on their end.
I probably sent out like 150 emails trying to get sponsors or whatever, and I only had a few answer me. So.
No, and again, I mean, even if you are, you know, you have to prove to them that you have enough of a following and enough of a pool.
Sure.
That you're worth their time as far as they're going to get something back. You know, because if you got 500 subs, you only get like maybe, you know, 100, 200 views per average video.
Sure.
You know, and that's I think that's about right. For 500 subs, your average video should be like, you know, somewhere around there. Maybe, and I'm being probably pretty generous is at 500 subs. But
let me see, I can tell you.
And it also depends on what type of content, because DIY content, that doesn't really apply, because that hits a totally different DIY channels.
Yeah.
That's a totally different genre. But your regular, more of your vloggy style, like tell a stories type videos, those ones will do a lot less than a DIY video. But a DIY video won't do much for your
180,
channel.
so.
Yeah, a DIY video will give you great views, but it won't help the rest of your channel. Your core subscribers are more going to follow your more of your daily type videos than the DIY videos. So you have almost like two different groups of viewers when it comes to like that.
Like a lot of my old videos, they're getting 1,000 views now.
Right, but but you also have a lot of new subscribers too.
Right.
Well, his channel's pretty new as well. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, you're
5 months.
You are new.
It
I gotta
slowed
keep
down.
thinking it's like
It slowed
I've been
down.
here
It was
for-
getting 150 a day. Now it's getting like 3 or 4, and I -5, and then back up.
Yeah, it would bounce around.
I average a couple thousand a day, but I've been here forever.
I'm at like 800 a day myself. So.
Yeah, but like I'll get but like my regular
I'm
just
close.
whatever videos, they don't do as well as those DIY videos. Those DIY videos, they just go. You
Yeah.
know? But they
For
don't
sure.
do much help as far as bringing in that subscriber. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because
Because
great
they just
views,
watch it
but,
and go on.
Yeah, but they don't help me. They're a consistent view on their own,
Right.
but they don't help the rest of my videos.
But it gives you
Right.
watch time, so that helps.
Well, so does this.
Well, yeah, of course.
Watch time is something that I don't really, I hate feeling like I'm
need
bragging, but my watch time isn't something that I really have to worry about at this point.
It's good.
I need something. Hand it over.
You gotta do some lives, man.
Your watch time will improve the more the bigger your library gets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got that last.
But you got to
video
watch
was
because a lot of people think, all right, let me just crank out a bunch of videos.
right.
That's not. It takes time,
I usually do one a week, but I
somebody
did
that
3 this week.
I did have on here for a little bit was what is it, LSX Hunter? But I stopped watching his videos, and do you know why? Because they were all like 30, 40 seconds to a minute. And it's
Little short videos.
Yeah, and yeah, they're great. They're but like it would be a really awesome topic that I would love to see him dive into, and he'd get you into it, and then you realize, oh wait, no, this is only like a minute-long video. And it's like, you brought me here, you got me hooked, and then you didn't deliver.
I kind of bypass those unless I know the person, like you guys or
Right.
whatever.
But still,
Most of them
like, I
I'll
mean,
just, like,
yeah,
I ain't watching
my
that.
earlier
No way.
videos were like that, but that was because that's what YouTube was back then.
Right, you just loaded whatever you had.
Yeah, you didn't edit it. You just uploaded whatever you had, and you would sometimes upload several times in one day as you recorded.
Right.
You would record it, upload it, upload it. And but it was also a different platform back then because your audience would give you feedback immediately. Because you'd upload, like, say you were working on a car, you would upload what you're working with, and then you would get comments, obviously right then and there, and then you would tinker some more.
What's going on over there?
Rockabilly, your camera's a little drunk. It's falling on its face.
Like the 30th time.
No, that's fine. Get yourself one of those little tiny like picture stands.
I don't know if you remember. I
still want to go get it.
don't know if
So-
you did it when you first got on Nova, but back in
No,
09 when I put my first videos up, people used to be able to comment and you couldn't delete them.
Oh, that sucks.
So the comments were there.
that sucks.
Can you imagine if
I guess not.
Can you imagine if the trolls I had the other day, if I couldn't get rid of them? I just
I
had
had
to take the
some-
whole video down.
I had something. I think they put it at spam, but there was something and it said some weird numbers on it today.
Mhm.
And it, I don't.
I
From
have-
Kanga Danga or whatever the hell his name was.
Yeah.
Or,
I have all links immediately blocked. And they're now and I'm updating my library. One of the things that you should be doing is going through into your settings and adding words that will immediately get comments pulled for your review, and then you can allow
Right.
them later if you okay them.
right.
Kind of like what you guys
Right.
do as moderators in my live stream.
I think they automatically do that anyways because
No.
then,
Well, some.
later.
Some
Then
words,
later-
yeah.
But what
it
you
went
should do
off
is
there.
you can go on Google and you can look up. They actually have lists of commonly used words for like.
Yeah, if you had a problem with it for sure, but yeah, they do the basics.
I would start it now because you never
right.
know when you're going to have that problem, and it's better
Sure.
to have them pulled and have that stuff set in place. And it's kind of like having your merch stuff set up right away too. I would not suggest going out there and buying 100 freaking shirts to go sell off at merch when you're freaking 500 subs. There are people that have done it. I have watched it happen. You're
I haven't
sitting here
sold
with
any
500
merch.
freaking
I've gave
shirts.
some away.
Right, you
Right.
end up using them
That's
yourself.
what I'm gonna do. I don't care.
You end up using them yourself and wearing your own merch, or you end up freaking giving them away to everyone. It is really not a very profitable journey to make. Have
There's
all
a
that
company
stuff
I'm gonna
set up.
start.
Have your design set up. Go with a company like Teespring or that other one that Cletus. There's plenty of them out there. You're gonna,
Sure.
you choose which one works for you. If you're going with Teespring, don't do it on your phone. Make sure you use a laptop.
Right.
And make sure you use a vector imaging software to create your design, so you don't have pixelization as you make it bigger.
Well,
Yeah, I'll just have my wife handle all that.
And then
Can I
what you do is you
this or
save it as
something?
a.
Oh, I can get this file from my sister.
Right.
Mm.
And I guarantee you it'll probably be a vector image file or a PNG file.
Sure. Or she would know how to put it that way for him.
Right.
Right, because it's whatever custom graphics or whatever.
Right.
That's what they do.
Just don't
I don't
ever,
know.
don't ever,
I should ask her if she does hats and shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
They probably do.
Don't ever save your stuff as a JPEG, because what happens is
yep.
whatever pixelization density it is when you save it, even if you blow it up, it doesn't change the pixel density. So the bigger it is, the more pixelated it looks. And if you, for ever some reason, shrink it smaller, and then you make it back to the size you had it originally, it'll still be pixelated like it's small.
Right.
Because once you
I've
lose
tried that
data every
before.
time you make it small, and you don't get it back when you make it big. PNG files are different the way that they save it. You can make them small, and then make them big again. But it will only be as big as it was ever first created, first saved.
Right.
So when you first make it, you save it as big as a file as you can make it, because that's going to be your max resolution.
So, on those ads you get on there, if a person watches those, is that better for your channel?
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah.
Watching
I've been
ads,
doing it for whoever
interact.
has
The
ads
best thing to
that
do
I
is actually the best thing they can do for you is interact with the ads, because what happens is, and this is something that my channel has going for it, is your CPM, which is what you get paid per million views or whatever.
Right.
Mine's pretty high. And part of that happens because a advertiser is willing to pay more for your channel if they feel like their ads are going to be watched or interact with.
Well, you ain't making no money on mine then, since mine's premium, huh?
YouTube Red. YouTube Red. I absolutely hate YouTube Red. YouTube Red gives a creator almost no revenue. I have never made any more than like $1 or $2 per $100 from regular ads from YouTube Red. Yeah, don't ever sit here and watch your favorite creator while using YouTube Red, because you're absolutely doing nothing to support them. You're supporting YouTube. You're not supporting them.
Yeah, that's all I use. So,
but you support me in other ways, Cletus. Shush.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm sure Roberts gets my view time and stuff.
Yeah,
I've been watching a lot of his older.
As long as ad revenue.
I don't have any of that yet.
You're not doing anything. You're not monetization. You're not helping anybody. If you are viewing somebody's content with YouTube Red.
Like I put yours on autoplay before.
Right, but see, and that also doesn't always help a channel though, because YouTube's not stupid. They can tell whether somebody's like interacting with the content versus just letting something play.
Right.
You just got to go in there and like the video. Or
how many times have you been watching something for a while and they ask you, "Are you still watching this?" They're not.
I've never had
that. They know when you're not. They know when you're just sitting there letting something play.
Yeah.
And that can also could potentially be a negative impact for a channel as well, because if YouTube thinks somebody's just view farming for their channel,
right?
Because there's bots out there. There's bots out there that will do that for channels.
But like he said, he goes in and it's like or whatever. So if you go in and interact, then they're not going to throw it out. They're not. Their algorithm's going to go right past it. They're not going
to. But yeah, there's what it is it's because there's bots out there that will literally, you can pay a bot to watch your channel for views.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, there's bots out there that there's bots for subs, there's bots for likes, there's bots.
They sell.
It doesn't matter whether you're on
Facebook
Instagram.
Groups.
There's people that'll pay for Instagram likes and views.
Oh, they get paid to go watch your shit?
Well, no. It's a bot. It's a computer. So you're paying a company to send a computer to watch your stuff to boost, to inflate.
That sounds so stupid.
Well, you got to understand, it's a business. Those
Right.
people on Instagram that are doing
Well, don't
that are
YouTube know
influencers,
that, or
that's money in their pocket. It's
Right,
just like
but-
it's no different than what you're doing, Robert, here. You know,
Right.
when you start when YouTube, if you ever get to the point to where YouTube is paying you a lot of money for views, you'll
will be
understand
soon.
why those Instagram people, because the more views those Instagrammers have, the more bargaining rights they have with the stuff that they're an influencer. I mean, they literally will put stuff in front of your face that companies want them to, because you're more likely to buy it from them because you follow them. You know, celebrities. You know, it's just celebrities aren't celebrities anymore. It's more people like us and people
That's
that
great.
are on Instagram and
That's-
stuff like that. We
That's
are
a lot better.
We are honestly the new celebrities because there's a lot more of us.
Sure.
You know, more people watch and follow, you know, people on YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that than sometimes people that watch movies.
Well, yeah, most people don't even watch TV at all anymore. So
Right. Once in a while, but
So
not much.
you got to think about it. That's a really, really big business, being an influencer. And technically, even us here on YouTube, you get big enough, you're an influencer. Doug DeMuro, freaking, you know, Savage Garage, you know, what is it?
Chris Fix, Watch
Chris-
Terror
yeah.
Go.
The reason why they get those sponsorships, which is the same thing as the influencers get, is because they get out in front of a certain X amount of people. And a company's like, hey, you know, I mean, that's the same thing like, you know, you guys being here or being on like the Grant and Straight Six Fan show. You're hoping, I mean, maybe not the reason why you're here, but when you sit there and you collab with other channels, you're hoping that being in front of that audience exposes you to potential people that may end up in your audience.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
here to
personally, I'm
talk
not that
because,
worried about it. I'm here
No,
to
and none of us
BS
really at
about
this
some crotch talk.
Right.
None of us
Right.
really at this level are super worried about that, but that's how that game works. You know, so if you want a company to think that, you know, you're bigger than you are, you know, you got to think about it. If you have 100 views on your latest Instagram post, is a company going to necessarily put money in your, you know, money or product in your direction versus if you have 100,000 views on your last post? So that's why people pay for stuff like that. And that's the same. It happened with YouTube. It's why YouTube now has the 100,000 subs, the so many watch minutes, and the reason why they will go through and audit your subscribers for people that are inactive. Honestly, I got hit with that. I never subbed for subbed, and I never paid somebody for subs. But in the beginning of 2019, I lost almost 1,000. Was that almost 1,000 subs, or it was a lot of subs? They got audited off my channel. It almost dropped me down below 1,000 subs again.
Well, that ain't right.
Well, the thing is it's YouTube going through and deleting inactive or, you know, what they call bot accounts.
Oh, inactive accounts or whatever.
Or, you know, that's what they call it. It's spring cleaning, basically.
Yeah.
And the thing is sometimes they'll delete people that are actually subbed to your channel. If you ever followed enough channels, you'll be like, hey, where did so and so go? They're not showing up on my my recommended, you know, channels to watch list anymore, even though I'm subscribed to them. You'll go back and find out, oh wait, I'm not subscribed to them anymore. What happened? YouTube unsubscribed you, thinking that you weren't watching their content and that you were an inactive subscriber. You know, stuff like that. And, you know, I got hit pretty hard that one year.
Well, and I think that was the year that a lot of people got hit hard because that's when everybody started trying to take
advantage of it. It was the 1 year anniversary. It was the 1 year anniversary for the it was also the 1 year anniversary for the 1,000 sub thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of people got hit, and I was one of them. And I was lucky that I still stayed above the 1,000 sub mark, that I didn't have to go reapply for monetization and all that bullshit.
Well, YouTube still owes me $27, so.
Well, you won't get that $27 until you're up above $100.
So far, I've only been paid $138 or something like that from that one video. So that was a long time ago. How to do a burnout or something? It's a PowerPoint video I put up. back in 09. So
Oh damn.
Oh, that's when they paid regardless.
Yeah.
they pay if you had over 1,000 views, they'd pay you. Yeah,
But they still had to be up above $100 before
yeah.
they
You
paid out.
money until after 100. So
That's still the same way it is today. You won't get paid if you have under $100 in your balance. As soon as it's above $100, the next time they do the payouts, it'll go through. Whatever it is. So like if it's 137, you'll get paid 137. It's 102,
Right.
you'll get paid 102. If it's 97, well, no, you're going to wait till next month and hope you get over $100 next month.
yep.
It'll just sit there and accrue money until it gets above 100. But
Now,
and
so
that's,
if you
that's
hit-
the other thing is if you're under 1,000 subs and you're under 4,000 watch hours,
It
you
doesn't
ain't going to
matter
make
anyway.
$100 in a month anyway.
Well, they're not paying you anything. Zero.
Yeah,
They used to pay you. Now,
they used to trickle. But
now
it would take
if you don't have
years.
1,000, they don't pay you anything.
Right. Well, it was still taking years. You got like 1 cent, 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents a month, and that's just
Right.
annoying to keep track of a freaking billion channels.
Yeah, that's
making
why
a
they
cent.
don't. If you don't meet them, and even if sometimes if you do, they won't start paying you until they approve it. So it may
They
take
have to approve
2
it.
months
But it
to
just
approve
depends
it.
on. But it'll be retroactive from the time that you send them the. You have
The
to
time
send
you
them
hit
the request.
the. Oh, it doesn't automatically. I thought
No.
it says it automatically does.
No, you have to send them you have to do all of the stuff prior. You have to have the bank account set up. You have to have the AdSense set up, which you already
Yeah.
do. Cletus.
Well, I knew all that,
But you
but-
also, as soon as you hit that threshold, you need to send them that request. Just like if you had the the 100,000 subs or whatever, where you start getting play buttons, they don't send you
Yep.
a play button just because. You have to request it.
Really?
Yeah. Those people that get them, it's not like, oh my God, surprise, I got it in the mail. No, they have to request it. They have to fill out a form to get it.
Well, you got your first play button when you hit 100 subs.
Oh yeah.
The little one you
It was
print
a
out.
piece of paper that said that
Hey, it's still a go. And then you get another one when you hit 1,000. Then you get another one at 10,000.
yeah,
So-
it was you guys saying, "Hey, congrats, you made it." Well, except for I hit 100 subs so long ago, I don't even remember. But I mean, the thing is like, geez, it was.
I need to print my
2000
paper out for
and-
100 subs and put it
was
back
like
here.
2017, 2018, I had 250 subs right before all that crap happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I had so many watch minutes that I was well above that. Because back then, DIY channels that put out a lot of videos and had a lot of watch time, and got a lot of views, DIY channels didn't get a lot of subs.
No, they still don't.
No, they still don't. You're right.
Right, because they're just
Yeah,
Watch
you're
and go
a
video.
search and go.
And I'm guilty of
It's a
that too.
search,
If I'm
watch,
trying
and
to
go.
search
Right.
So
something.
am I. And if I'm looking up
If
how to
especially
fix
if
my
it's stuff I'm
dishwasher,
not usually-
if I'm looking up how to
Yeah.
fix my dishwasher or how to replace a freaking,
I don't want to learn how to fix dishwasher
whatever.
altogether.
Unless it's something that I have an interest in, like there are some channels that I've subbed to, like Bourbon Moth. I originally found him looking up woodworking stuff, and I'm like, wow, this guy's got some cool shit. Well, I'm not going to watch all the rest of the shit he's got, But that's because I have an interest in woodworking. I'm not looking at just how to fix a particular thing.
Right.
By the way, there is an
Yeah.
update on my freaking poor miserable table that's still sitting in my basement.
I seen that.
I've
Yeah.
This is now the 5th time that I have applied the finish on that table, on this table. It's also the second tabletop that I have gone through. I'm still with the same one. The red oak is the second one that I did, and I'm still doing that one. But like the other day, it fell, which I don't know if I covered that last weekend or not, but it fell, and it cracked the poly, put a dent in the tabletop. And I ended up having to peel all the poly, and thank God it peels off, and it's not like a varnish, which dries hard as a rock. This stuff stays kind of plasticky.
Yeah, I'd have gave up a long time ago and just spray painted it. And just started building my models.
Painted it, whatever.
Pilot says I'll go back to that in a second. Pilot says there's is info made public. Yes and no. There's companies out there like who's the one that I use? But again, I mean, it's only a guesstimate. What is the one that I use? Social Blade is the good one. But again, that's a guesstimate, and it's a basis on your CPM being somewhere between $1 and $4. Okay, so that's what they're guesstimating when you get those ones where they say, "Oh, this YouTuber makes like $4 million a year, or $400,000 a year, or whatever it is." Yeah, there are channels out there that make a shit ton, and that's only ad revenue. You're not including their merch revenue, their deals with sponsors, stuff like that. That's all like side hustle money. And
Yeah.
you should never.
Well,
ever,
that's just
ever,
based off views. They don't know how many.
Yeah, they don't know the exact numbers.
Right. They don't know how many ads they have in that one video. They just see the views on it.
Yeah, I have one of those, or I used to have one of those. That's a big muscle.
Yep.
They were really popular in the early 2000s.
All right,
yeah.
so you're gonna have to take Kat and put her back at 0 and let her start over again.
Actually,
Or
I
give
don't
me
have
her
any of
points.
those right here, right now.
I'll take Cletus's.
But anyway, back to the thing. I mean, like I said, that's based on a CPM of $1 to $4 per clicks per million. My one is up above 7. So like
Damn.
my US views is pushing $8 CPM. My Canadian views is right around 4.
That's probably all Roy Marco too.
But I mean,
I got,
every country has a different CPM, and you got to go looking through.
20%.
You can look all that stuff up on your analytics on your end, but there's nothing public that people can check that out. But yeah, I mean that is how that works. It's weird. So yeah, it's a big guesstimate. Social Blade is not correct on mine. It's close, but it's not correct. But yeah, it's just a fun little tool. But anyway, back to the table. I ended up pulling all the clear off of it. Ended up restaining it, and I was about 4 coats in, and I ended up breaking through the poly and hitting and scuffing the table. Yeah,
High
no,
gloss.
I don't want it painted. I wanted it stained. I like looking at the grain of the wood. Otherwise, I would just do a metal table. But anyway, so I ended up peeling that all off again, and I got smart. I used a heat gun that time. The thing with poly is you heat the plastic up to a certain point, and it pulls away from the surface of the wood. And then, because it's plastic.
Yeah.
And so I just heated it up, waited till it bubbled, and then I just peeled it all off, and I restained it again. And that's the one you see, the last one. It's just about glassed out now, and everything was my fault. It's me being way too trying to fix every little tiny flaw in the table, and ended up, obviously one of those things of leave the damn pot alone. I had to teach myself to do that because I tend to mess with it until I mess it up even more.
She said, give all her points to everybody but Cletus.
All right, so take all of Cletus's points and give them to me. Got it.
No, that's... What's she say?
I'm supposed to take Robert's Garage's points and give them to Cletus.
No.
No?
No.
That's a final? That's a yes? That's your final answer?
I already collected his. I want to keep them.
That is how you got up there. I forgot.
I should try. Now we got all this snow out here. I should try doing
that is
doing a burnout in the
a
Kia
number
again.
to have, Katrina. 11111111111.
Grant said if he did a short video and said his name or whatever at the end, that he would put it on his.
What?
Didn't you see that?
Oh, the burnouts in the snow? Yeah, you're right.
Donuts
Donut.
or whatever.
I can't do
Well, I
donuts. I
got
can't do
no idea.
burnouts. I have a front
Hey,
wheel
it's
drive
snowing.
vehicle.
You can do a burnout in the snow, can't you?
What?
I don't have any snow.
No, I was talking about Nova up there. Can't you do a burnout in the snow?
In a Kia?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. He
Kia
just
will
wants
do a
you to look
burnout
some
anywhere
shitty.
there's a puddle of water, as long as they take the traction control off. I think
Yeah.
won't even freaking spin them with the traction control on. Just
I
cut
should
the
hook it up
and
to the bike.
that's a hint for you, Cletus. If you're in the freaking snow take the traction control off of those Kias. Don't run those Kias with traction control on in the snow.
That thing is not moving in the snow. We'll drive the Toyota Highlander
Yeah,
all-wheel drive.
There was a reason why I tell you that, because if you go up a hill and those wheels start spinning, you'll never make it up the hill. Because it cuts power. It cuts power, and then you're going nowhere.
Just get that Camaro; it'll just do donuts by itself.
There we go. Well, I've got an '83 out sitting outside.
You know, if you put the Camaro out in the parking lot, and you hit the back end of it with the freaking Jimmy at like 35 miles an hour, it'll do donuts. I sold the
Jimmy, man.
You can just jump out and it'll do donuts because they don't go anywhere. Those guys.
Yeah, I sold the Jimmy on
Firebird and TA or
not. You sold the Jimmy?
They get stuck.
I sold the Jimmy.
Oh, you know what?
Did you make any on that?
That is a crime. Goodbye.
Who's that now?
I'm mad at him.
I didn't make a killing on it. But...
I'm mad at you. Wait. You need to drop more spots than that. Let's see. How do I get you to go?
You should have.
No.
Those things are going for 10 grand.
There you go. You're at the bottom.
Oh man, I wish.
Bad boy corner now.
They are.
I got 5 for it.
That's short. You should have got.
Yeah, 7. I know.
And that was
but
nice.
It's just sitting. It just sits.
Well, that's that's your fault.
I just got too much going on right this second.
Well, you got to have a couple for yourself. You can't just sell them all.
Well, whenever I get a garage, I'm gonna have a project I buy.
Cletus doesn't have a heartthrob for vehicles. He just picks them up and spits them out.
Oh,
I do. I've had that one. That's the longest I've ever had a vehicle. So.
Right. It's like that, Cadillac, what's that Jim commercial for that one Jim? He picks them up, he puts them down.
I actually do like buying and selling vehicles a lot, but the Jimmy I've had since 2010.
Picks them up, puts them down.
Yeah.
You know, you're like that kid that has all those matchboxes. He plays with this one, he puts it down. He picks up this one, he plays with this one, he puts it down.
If I could get my first car back, I wouldn't get rid of it again.
Well, unfortunately, when you got rid of that car, those cars weren't freaking, much sought after, and now there's definitely a cult following for them, and they're hard to find.
For sure. Well, I paid $500 for it, and I sold it for $500.
You know how much I paid for mine? I paid, what was it? $1,500. I paid $1,500 for it. I probably have well over double that into it now.
Speaking of $1,500, there's a TA for sale around here. Let me pull it up.
Now, what year TA? Because
I'm about to pull it up because I don't want to talk out my butt.
You already are talking out your butt. Just move over a little bit further, and you'll be like that freaking. Who was it that? Was it the yoga chick that her trainer was trying to put her in a position? And she farts right in his face. Have you seen that one? That freaking shit's hilarious.
Where is? No, I haven't seen that one. Let's see.
Man, I just was watching a video from this guy on YouTube called 66 Samuel, where he asked a bunch of guys to send in videos of them farting, and he uploaded them to his keyboard and made music with the farts.
My God!
Wow! All right,
not bad.
That's nasty.
I take
some shitty music right there. Oh, I had to.
Okay, if this works, there is a big bonus for everybody that's in the chat right now. I don't know.
I tagged Zip Ties because I talked to him, so I tagged him in the cold start challenge, and he messaged me back. He don't type; he just hits the mic and talks in there. Says, "Hey, hillbilly, all right then," or whatever. So he's gonna say something. So maybe they'll just kick off.
All right.
I don't know if that worked. So I don't know what people had.
Hey, quick question. I've been wondering, how do y'all do the gamble that y'all talk about in the chat?
Okay, there because you're slightly new. There are Streamlab games and different things. You can actually interact with Streamlabs, which is the program that I use to do my live streams. Now, oh, that poor baby.
Oh,
1979. It's got a 79 rim in the back with a 77 rim in the front.
They say it's a 1980 Trans Am.
Okay,
That's the
well,
same.
79. But the back rim, I think. Can you zoom in on that back rim?
Let's see.
Oh,
That's like off of
Plus.
Monte Carlo or something, or
There you go.
F10.
Oh no, that's an IROC rim.
That's a S10 rim, I think, man.
No, that's got it. That's got that.
They got the
it's got
same
that
on the
dish
IROC
ring.
too, in the El
That
Camino.
dish ring. That's like an 80s Camaro. That's like an early
T-tops.
80s Camaro.
Oh, T-tops.
I gotta go buy it now.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
can't tell
she's
what.
rough.
It's an automatic.
So
it's
wait,
an
what
80
happened to the steering wheel?
Right,
Right?
really.
What happened to the
It's been
steering
in an
wheel?
accident. Can't you tell the whole front end was replaced?
Must have been a heavy guy.
Ooh.
But I can't
So
tell you what
shaker
engine's
hood?
in
Well,
it.
the deck lid was misaligned.
What
What's
engine
wrong?
is
Why
in
is
that?
there? It says no motor or transmission.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out what was in it.
Oh, I don't know, but isn't that a
That
shaker
blue
hood
is
right
not
there?
original paint.
Yeah, that's a shaker hood.
That would be a 6.6.
That was originally a dark blue car. See, that blue on the T-tops is the original color.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I see it.
Cletus, that Getting Greasy's video just finally uploaded. He must have the phone booth
But,
internet too.
I can't tell you what engine was in it. It was obviously an automatic, and I can't tell what unless I see the bottom side of that shaker what original engine it was in it. That car ain't worth much.
Oh, they got it listed for like $1,000.
Yeah, it ain't worth $1,000.
Dang.
That car's been hit hard. And then
He says, "I'm not taking any more pictures. If you're interested, come look."
well, I mean, yeah,
I hate
it's
you.
true.
Lot more
But
pictures
I would
all
want to
the
know the VIN, and I'd it's been hit. So you don't even know if that car's straight anymore.
Right.
Well, that's probably why he only wants $1,000
And
for
those
it.
T-tops look a little funky too.
I bet I could take
Some-
500 cash and go get it. But
500 cash, you could part that thing out.
you think?
I have a 500 cash.
Does it
and
500
like-
cash, you can sell that hood, that deck lid, those T-tops. You can make your $500 back easy.
Does it got the gauges? in
Yeah,
it?
you could cut the T-tops out of the roof and someone could patch it into their car.
No, not with it being in an accident.
It might have gauges in there. I
It
can't
has
really
gauges
tell.
in it. The rings are still there. Those gauges are in it.
Yeah, I see
The
the.
cigarette
Yeah, those
lighter's
are worth
worth
some
money.
bucks.
It still has an ignition in it too.
Yeah, that cigarette is worth
Looks
money.
like the original steering wheel.
The dash is shit.
Some
The
damage.
shifter's shit.
It's
Seats
just
are
some
shit.
damage, minimal.
That rear deck lid is good. The spoilers look good. That front nose cone looks okay.
Let's see what
Trunk
they got
floor's
there. I don't see a
garbage.
bunch of rust though. That's
Yeah,
good.
that trunk floor is garbage.
Is it? There's rust maybe around the T-tops.
I don't know about that driver's side T-top though.
Yeah.
The driver's side T-top.
Yeah, she's
looks like
rough.
Rough isn't the
Those
half
tail
of it.
lights might be okay. The gas cap is garbage.
Well, you
That
can see the
one's
dent on
snowflake
the front
wheel.
fender there too.
Right,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
don't think that was from this accident. I think that was from a
No,
different
that's
one.
something else.
That's just Bondo.
What they do to the door here? Hold on. Isn't there supposed to be a door handle there?
They
They try to
give
shave
you
it off?
them.
Probably.
Oh,
No,
wow.
it's the door handle's not there, but the hole's still there.
Oh, really? That looked like they shaved it off to me.
Yeah, that opening isn't very big with those. It's not like a regular. It's not like
Oh,
our
I got
Nova
you.
doors.
Looks like the windshield might be good,
Might.
Oh yeah,
and the windows and the back window.
have fun getting that
Good
out.
luck getting that out.
Oh yeah.
It'll break on you as soon as you try to pull it out.
Oh yeah. I probably won't be getting that one.
No, I wouldn't suggest it.
No.
Well, if I was, it would definitely be a
That
project.
that
200
car
bucks.
is destined for somebody
I
like
wouldn't-
Second Gen Graveyard, who will literally that's all he does for a living is pull those cars in, strip them out, and sell them for anything that's worth before sending the rest to the scrapyard.
Well, I'd probably want to do something dumb like take the body and put it on like something like a
On a
new
Blazer
truck or
chassis.
something. Yeah, there you go, Blazer.
If you
Jack
had
it
a
up.
Jimmy,
If I had a Jimmy,
Yeah,
But I would
had.
the Jimmy body, I guess I could take and put on a new truck too, but it's gone. I sold it, man. Ah,
you could have put that Jimmy body on that nice freaking.
You're gonna wish you didn't sell that.
Mercury that
I
you
already
had.
wish I didn't, but like I said, it just sits and
Yeah, well,
once I get a garage, I'll definitely have a project.
Oh, I wish
car.
I had a garage. My freaking Novas wouldn't be sitting in a freaking field right now. If I had a garage right now, my Novas would have been up on a rotisserie already.
It says need to go to Sears for a front end alignment from Schmitty.
Cat says, "Why do I want this shit box? It's still cooler than a Fox body. Come on."
We need to ask Pilot what times does VCR say?
Probably 12 o'clock. Flashing.
11.
That's our running joke. All right, everybody, get your last gambles in.
Uh-oh.
Oh, let me hurry up and get it, I guess.
Because
I don't know if I'm ready for it.
And I'm gonna call it an evening.
Shall pronounce it a morning.
I like the 79 Z28s, Cat. I like the noses on them. I know a lot of people don't because they're not as swoopy as the earlier ones, but
I had a 1980 Z28 and I loved it. I know
those cars, they were dogs as far as the engines were concerned, but the body styling was cool. And they totally ripped off the fucking Trans Am too.
Are you sure Trans Am didn't rip them off?
No, the Trans Am had the freaking flares and everything long before the freaking Camaros did. They flat out freaking just snagged those straight off the Trans Am.
You made me do my gamble and now I just lost.
See, there you go.
I'm blaming you.
Well, whose fault is that?
His fault.
1.7.
Did anybody notice that you guys got like a giant boost in points? Anybody?
Oh yeah, I guess I did. You didn't give Cat a boost, did you, dang it?
I gave everybody that was in the chat pretty hefty freaking boopy doop. Because I didn't want to announce it. I wanted the people that were active to get it. You just happened to be part of the ones that were active. I should have paid attention to see that you were actually chatting, and then I shouldn't have freaking given anybody anything.
52.
I love that though, that all of those donations and you still are at the top of the list.
Well, I gave away a lot of the points.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't get it.
You did it on your own.
I didn't get no boost.
Because you weren't chit-chatting there, Biggie.
I was.
Not when I did it.
Yeah, I was. You said if this works, and I just went gamble all.
Yeah, but that's too late. I'd already had it entered. I'd already had it entered in through. I had it entered in through
before that.
I had it entered in through back back here when Robert's Garage said gambles all. When Katrina lost money.
46 seconds.
This doesn't matter, Biggie. I could just give you points if you're really that,
But I want points.
He
was
number one.
We know you're loaded with money.
He was number one, and now he's number 4. So he is number 4 though.
Yeah, he's still Charlie's plays is dropping.
Charlie.
Rockabilly's number 10 now.
Yeah, he's getting up there. Huh?
5 seconds.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Did you didn't do, well, I gotta also give away I gotta give away these points, these things real quick. I gotta figure out let me see if I can find a site.
So
random generator.
Not a random generator because I need to have how many
4 people, 5 people.
So guys, I want to see if I can pick y'all's brain for a second on that old 46 Ford I got.
Mm.
We're going to be switching over to power steering. Can y'all think of a vehicle, maybe a Chevy or something that has the rack and pinion system that's somewhere in the range of about 53 to 54 inches from side to side?
Like a early 90s Bonneville.
Yeah. Yeah, because if anyone ever drove those old pickups like that, oh, God, they're trying to steer that thing.
What you could do is take a Crown Vic and put the body on a Crown Vic.
Oh, my God.
Borski hates that.
Does
Well, you know, he had 700 comments. I said put a Crown Vic chassis under it. So now when I talk to him, I just say, hey, put a Crown Vic chassis under it. Boy, he's like,
There you
I'll
go.
wrap a Crown Vic in your window or whatever.
That's a cheap way to do it.
That truck's too narrow for that.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's not even my truck. It's my grandfather's truck, and
He probably would
he's
like that.
wanting to rebuild it, but he's wanting to keep it as original as possible, but just throw power steering in it.
Right.
So
If you use like one out of a Grand Am or a Buick Sabre or something like that in the 90s or whatever, that'll work.
Nice. You can find them pretty cheap too. Junkyard.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
100. Well, you
There's
can
a bunch
get them
of
brand new for
stuff
$100 or $200.
Oh, that might be the way to go. Then you got to worry about
Yeah.
it putting it all together and it being busted.
Yeah.
Just ask them the measurements at the parts store on it to make sure, you know.
oh yeah,
They do have extended
Cat says
tie rod
the
links.
Prius power steering. It's electric.
Yeah, there you go.
They got that in the Malibus or whatever too. Or the Impalas too, yeah. They go out. They're expensive.
Pilot says he got electric power steering in his caddy. Boy, that power steering ever goes out in a Cadillac, it's gonna cost.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
They're
they
built
got
pretty
electric-
well though.
They
Yeah.
got electric tilt in those things. Like if you can't pull a lever and go up and down, you got to have it electric. I mean, that's just
Yeah, there's no levers anymore. It's just buttons and switches.
Well, did you see when I guess it was what the CTA? No, what was them things? The like, XLRs, XLRs that had the button you push to open the doors. They're electric, so if your battery's dead, people got stuck in them. They have a little thing you could pull to open them, but most people didn't know it. But so they get in there and be trapped in there for days and stuff.
for days.
Man, I was over here and somebody at work, they had one of those new Nissan Altimas with the whole sensor kind of steering on them.
Yeah.
And they said they're going down the highway about 70, and all of a sudden they try to turn and nothing.
No dear.
Nissan is getting a bad name now because of transmissions and CVTs.
I couldn't believe they had a Cummins in those things.
Yeah, the
Titans.
I haven't
Yeah.
looked at that Cummins. Is it any good? I wonder.
Well, I would imagine it's a.
All right. So I have entered. Everybody else can count if you want. I have entered. I got 7 times for Jason. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 13 times for Cletus. Cletus, you can count them.
Oh, that's good enough.
I got 7 times for Will. It's the only one that doesn't show with the freaking misspelled line underneath of it. And then I got 8 times for Cat. Okay. And let's see. I have 39 names. And let's see. Okay, so pick a random name here, I guess.
Going.
Let's see.
Say
Name picker is free
shuffle.
online tool. I've never used this one before, so I'm literally just Googled it and found one. All right, so we're gonna shuffle them. Shuffle them again. And again, 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 and again. Okay, they're shuffled. All right, and you can pick a random name within the list of names via the following steps. Enter a list of names. You can also upload a list of names. Choose options to remove names from the list. Whatever. Check, uncheck option. Split names by space. Optional. Check or uncheck. Fill. Start raffle and pick random names by pressing the start button. All right, ready?
Sure.
Do it.
That's bullshit. Oh, no, hold on.
Winner is Cat.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Hey, that was completely random. You saw the fact that I put the names in, I hit shuffle, and I hit whatever. So the winner is Cat. Cat, you get the book.
You hacked it.
Get a hold of me on Instagram or wherever, and we'll talk about getting it addressed. Let me know if you want it signed. If you want it signed, it's obviously going to take a little bit longer. But we'll get that book out to you. So, thank you guys for joining us and for donating. And I think this was a freaking awesome live stream.
Yeah.
She seems to be a happy camper.
Yep.
She'll have to let us know what she thinks of the book after she reads it too.
Well, now that she won, though, now she just that means you lose all your points. So
now you gotta get rid of fox bodies and get Firebirds.
Yeah, right. Or write a fox body book. you call it Rustang.
Could do that.
They'll call it Not Start. But all right. Thank you guys for an awesome live stream, and we'll catch you back here next week, same time, same place. And I'll see if I can figure out a way to get more than 6 people up here. I mean, it's definitely gonna not be as free of a live stream for me to put out if I have to do that, but we'll see. If I'm gonna continue to have more than 6 people up here, that'd be freaking awesome. But
yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of talking over each other at that point anyway, so that might be a good limit to have for now or a second.
Yeah, I guess 6 is good.
Yeah.
I just hate having people like want to come in and then they're just sitting there stuck outside waiting for an opening to pop in. And then God forbid you drop out for 10 seconds, your spot gets filled immediately. And
I mean, if that keeps happening a bunch, then maybe you could do it then, but I wouldn't rush to change it now. So not until it becomes.
We need to thank Chris for getting me in touch with AJ. She's a
that
cool
was
chick.
awesome.
Definitely a cool chick. Definitely a car person at heart. And that was pretty cool. It took us a little while to get it orchestrated because she was supposed to be on like 2 weeks ago, and between my schedule, her schedule, we couldn't make it happen then. So
yeah. And I want to say, guys, thank you for letting me be on here.
Yeah, and I don't want to be speaking up too soon because I don't know. I haven't heard from Grant, but I'm supposed to be on Grant and Jason's live stream this Thursday.
Okay.
Supposed to. I haven't heard. That was the plan, like in December or whatever, when they started talking about doing this season. Is they messaged me and asked me. We set a date for that, but I haven't heard from them since their live stream, so I don't know how they normally do that as far as whatever. But tentatively, as far as the last thing I was told, I should be there on Thursday.
Well, I'll see you there for sure.
I think that's on Straight Six Fans channel this week.
It is. Yep.
So we'll see. If I'm not there, well, I'm no hard feelings, and it is what it is. We'll act like I didn't say anything. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Honestly though, think about it. Look at the people that they've had on this year. From Luke, from Carr, they've had all DD Speed Shot. Those guys are like way the hell up.
Yeah, 50, 60, 70,000 subs.
Yeah, they're the Vice Grip Garage. How am I supposed to compete? I mean, I really feel kind of like compared to the people they had on last year. The people they had on last year were people like me. Between where like Cletus, where you're at like 500 or 600 subs up to a couple thousand.
It's getting where and then
like they're like, well, we're gonna get you in next year, and I was like, we set it up or whatever, and then I didn't realize that I was going to be like with the likes of them. Now, I don't feel that I'm on that level. I know I'm not, because I mean,
if you were able to make content, maybe.
Yeah, if I had access to more cash and a garage that I could get to regularly, sure. I mean, I can do everything that they are doing on those channels. I just don't have the opportunity.
What are they renting shops for over there?
Here?
Just
I have
like a personal one.
I don't know. I haven't. I mean, I think you can rent an unelectric freaking just a fucking bay just to park your car in for $100, $200 a month. Which is more than I'm making on YouTube, so it doesn't make so much sense to...
Right.
You know what I mean? Let alone a garage with a, air and electric and, enough space to be able to actually pull a car apart. Because,
flipping
cars, I'm not sure
man.
if you've seen my Novas recently. That car needs to go on a rotisserie, or at least some way for me to flip it upside down, at least on its side, because I'm not going to sit underneath that car and try to undercoat it.
Start flipping one car a month, and you make some money, man.
I'd have to have enough money to put into the first car.
Yeah.
600, 700 bucks.
You need to understand. I don't know where the hell did they go? There it is. It's over here. That that big expensive purchase that I made. That's
a car.
That's how much that's my Nova. That's almost as much as I paid for the TA.
Yeah. See, that get you started there.
Yeah. No.
If you had an interest in it anyway. I love buying and selling cars myself.
I really don't. I get attached to cars too much.
Well, buy something you won't care about.
There you go. That's what I was doing.
Like an Avalanche.
They cost too much.
Yeah.
Them things are junk.
Big E has one.
Don't remind me.
The older ones are junk.
I love the Avalanche. I wanted one so bad when they first came out.
Well, they're not good. Well, I'm from Minnesota or whatever. They're like,
yeah, they rot out.
They're all rusted out up to the door.
Yeah, but that Vortec, buddy, that's a good engine.
I got plenty
of
6.0
in it.
Yeah.
Pull out that little V6 Vortec and put in a freaking 6.0 in it.
Is that what's in
you
there?
can have
V6?
You can have 5.3 liter or 4.8 liter.
Is it a 6 or is it an 8? Or is it the inline?
It's a newer one, so it's 5.3.
This is an 8, yeah. It's got the newer one.
V6 and 6,000-pound truck. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, yours isn't.
Well,
you got the newer one. It's not a Vortec, right?
Those Fords.
No, it is
brand new.
Oh, it's still a Vortec that year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't know that.
I got a 5.3 sitting on the back porch right now. It's an LS3. If I get that Impala or the Duster, it's going in one of them.
Yeah, if I could find if a 6.0 or an LS is an LSA, is that what I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
If big block LS engine drops its freaking drops on my front porch, it's not going into TA. The Nova is looking for a big block modern engine somewhere. I don't have the freaking crap to spend it on right now. There's no point in pulling money to pull into an engine right now when the car is still sitting in the weeds in my
Rockabilly. We need to put that Vortec. We need to put that motor in my 83 out here, man. My Camaro.
That'd be nice.
Give me a flathead V8, you can have it.
Do what?
Give me a flathead V8 and you can have it.
Oh, well, I'll take a V8 and hit it with a hammer and flatten it out.
You'll be doing the taparoo on the valves on the flatheads.
There you go.
Right. But yeah, I mean that's the goal with the Nova. The Nova, I mean the stance. I mean, I know Rockabilly. Some of you guys are newer. I don't want to change the stance on that car. It is nose down, ass up, freaking definitely late 70s. Drag car look. It's got that.
It's not a girl,
What?
I'm not a girl.
Just fucking with you.
Hey, her name's Christine. She is definitely a girl.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have that. It's not that way.
People think I'm weird. I've never named a car. People are like, you should name a car.
That's because you don't care. Like I told you, you pick them up, you put them down. You don't have that sentimental attachment.
I have a passion for cars.
But you don't have an attachment for cars.
No, I don't.
Chevy, Ford, Dodge. That's
going to be my problem.
We did call my Jimmy. We called it Jimmy.
Jimmy.
But yeah, that car's getting the Nova is going. I want to go with like a retro drag car look. But I want to please YouTube. By the way, Rockabilly, you're down and out again. Do you know what? Next time we just need to set a bet. How many times is Rockabilly's phone going to drop in one live stream?
It was already like 7-8 times.
We'll have to do a football poll. Like one of those.
I have to get you one of them stands.
We'll have to do one of those betting.
They sell them for like $13 at Walmart. Right?
You gotta donate to
live stream. I'm going to go get me a stand.
I mean, like, this live stream isn't like that. I mean, yeah, I'd like it to be, somewhat nice and all, but it isn't like some high dollar production thing, you know. Big
Yeah,
E's
it
had the
is.
same camera and head. Well, I don't. Is it the same headset you've had this whole time, or did you get a new headset?
Who's that?
Big E.
Big E? I think he's the same headset.
Yeah.
Same headset, same camera for 3 years.
Yeah.
And then, well, Cletus, you've changed a room
Change room and headsets
and
here.
headsets, yeah, because you had the glowy one with the freaking
Yeah,
light
the
that tried to
glow one,
blind
then
us
it
all.
broke. And I had the one with the big, yeah.
Robert's changed rooms twice. He's been here for
Yeah.
2 weeks.
No, I didn't. I was in the garage and then I came right into the house.
Yeah, that's
that
two
don't
There you
rooms.
go.
You did 2 rooms
That
in
don't
one.
count.
You did 2
That
rooms
don't
in one
count.
episode. We've had the whole tour of Rockabilly's house. Tried to stuff himself in a closet to get better signal.
Big E, you got the video game room going there.
I don't know. I'm wondering if he's playing with Jess on 7 Days or not. No, Jess is over there shaking her head. She's got no help over there.
He's playing Roblox.
No, actually, he's
No,
probably playing
bugs.
Teardown or War Thunder.
I'm actually not playing anything right now. You.
Spent
trying to
all your
figure out-
Robux.
He's trying to figure out who wants to buy his Avalanche.
Yeah, no,
How's the heater?
it works.
Does it?
Did you figure it
Oh,
out?
I need to see.
Every now and then, like the blower motor just doesn't want to go. I don't know why. I think.
Oh, you still haven't looked at what he told you last week or the week before?
Hmm?
He told you probably that resistor.
I replaced the resistor and it works better, but it still has hiccups here and there.
Oh damn, Big E! You know
Oh, it
that
might
thing
have
that
been
I was
both at
watching?
once.
That I was whatevered.
The what?
The thing that I was watching on eBay.
Yeah,
I got outbid.
just before it.
Yeah, because
Closed?
I had 156.
Imagine
It,
that.
it went out for 161.
One of
Ah,
their
someone
friends bumped it up.
Say that again, Biggie.
Someone sniped you.
Yeah,
You just got headshot.
right at the end.
That's
Because my
how I
live
do
stream
eBay.
started. My live stream started, so I couldn't freaking.
If I'm gonna bid on something, that's how I do on eBay. I just wait till the last second. Just,
So is it
Well,
still
that's exactly what you do. But I had a
surging
bid
your
set.
windows?
I had a bid set as far as
Still
high
a
that it
power
would go.
surgeon?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There
Because
was
that resistor
there
will
was two
take a lot of.
bidders. There was 2 bidders right at 8:49 and 9 o'clock. So
Oh,
I
so
was
that's-
already doing my live stream.
3.
And that curved, that 34-inch curved monitor that I was also looking at.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's way too high now.
of course.
It's at $197,
Oh,
which isn't bad for it, but more than I wanted to spend.
yeah.
But oh well. Oh, yep. I'll just keep watching for another one to pop up that's cheap. But all right, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you guys all for hanging out.
yep. See
Yeah.
everybody
I
later.
think we lost everyone
Yep.
else like a while ago.
Yeah, probably.